Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. How we doing out there? Gotta find which camera we're going to. That's the one. Welcome. How we doing? Make sure the sound's coming through. We doing good? We live?
We're
coming
good.
through?
We're good.
Scoot your chair in a little bit. Get in the frame for everybody to see your freaking face.
My fucking furry ass face, dude. I got to shave, man.
Tell you what, that's what I did.
Yeah, I know.
Right before we started.
I saw that. I got to shave.
Because, like, I don't know, because, like, being over there at Anna's, I mean, I have a razor, I have, like, an actual razor.
Yeah.
And I don't like going clean shave anymore.
Clean shave is weird.
Yeah, it's just not for me anymore. That's what I used to do all the time, every day. You know what I mean? I used to
Clean shave.
literally
Job.
sport nothing but clean shave.
Baby face.
Yeah. And now I'm like, nope, won't do it.
Yeah, no, I can't.
But I won't do anything past what I got going on.
My thing is, I need a derma roller to get these cheeks growing in better.
That's what I need. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I need a derma roller.
it grows
bad.
in. I can grow a mean goatee.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
But-
As you can see.
But like when it comes to anything outside of here, it just kind of starts
Yeah.
to.
I mean,
like,
mine grows better than yours, but not by much. It's not patchy. It's just thin.
Yeah, mine's not patchy. It just doesn't want to grow in thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
it.
what I'm saying. Is like,
Like-
this is thin, brother.
Yeah.
Like, it's still hair, but it's thin as shit.
Or like I'll get like
my
a
neck beard.
couple hair. I hate neck beards. That's the thing I hate the worst,
I hate shaving more than I hate a neck beard.
dude. If there's anything a part of like facial hair that I absolutely hate, it's neck beard.
Yeah.
Because that to me just screams
Homeless.
yeah, in mom's basement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
just
It's like
You
we're
know.
inadvertently dogging on me right now, but I don't live in my mom's basement and I'm happily married.
yeah. So yeah, you don't fit that stereotype. And yeah, I'm gonna stereotype a little bit. Yeah. Mom's basement,
If you have a neck beard, you're homeless or you live in your mom's basement.
brony.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm just spitting facts here. But yeah, welcome to the podcast. That podcast being Sweet Nostalgia. As always, I'm your dude, your guy, him, as we established
Praise be.
in the last
Amen.
episode.
And in the last episode, I'm the other guy, the tubby, the large one,
The round
the,
companion.
the
or whatever it's-
rotund,
Rotund filler.
the rotund,
Rotund tundra. You know what I mean?
the rotund tundra,
That's what we are here. That's Sweet Nostalgia.
rototundra. I'm stuck on it now.
I was trying to-
hyper fixated on
I was
that.
trying to come up with something, but I couldn't. You know,
Say
the fact, the fact, yeah, it's one of those.
it. There it is.
Yep, right there, right in your face. Nope. As you guys can tell in the title, if you can read, that's probably like my favorite insult that I think I do to the audience. You know what I mean?
If you guys can read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's been the
This is why we're audio only.
that's been the that's been the insult.
The insult from
Since-
first episode. Even
Yeah.
I remember listening to the first episode, and you were like, "We're doing a podcast because I know you guys can't read.
Yeah. Like,
It's like we
since-
could make this a blog, but
Yeah. This whole time it's been nothing but dogging on the audience. I feel like if you don't dog on your audiences a little bit, then you don't really have
yeah, there's
them.
nothing genuine to it.
I don't think that you
I feel like if you pander to your audience the whole time, you're kind of asking for,
yeah. I don't know. Like,
But if you shit talk them, then when they shit talk you, it feels like you're on equal ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think-
But if you're just like, oh, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I know you can read.
yeah,
Then you're just like, you're pandering to your audience, but also like when you get the hate, you're like, I show these guys nothing but love, and they
Yeah.
still shit on me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like, no, fuck you guys.
But if you reflect onto
Yeah.
them,
Yeah,
then you
exactly
can't do
right.
nothing.
And
No,
the thing is, you guys can't shit talk us because
We're
you can
already
hear
doing it.
us, and we already know.
and the thing is, we're the ones with mics, so fuck you.
Yeah, you can type talk us, I guess.
Like if I want to, I can just block your message, and
That's right.
can't
You're gonna
even-
get chat banned.
no voice. No, but as you guys can hopefully read, is that we're talking about Disney today.
Disney.
We wanted to get
And right on the top, we're not talking about new Disney acquisitions. Sorry, we're not talking about Marvel. We're not talking about Star Wars.
we'll probably get in there.
I mean, we can touch on
Like
it
later
but
in the-
we can touch on it, but I would rather save it for future episodes.
fair.
So like,
But one thing that we are mainly going to talk about is D's nuts. You had
it was
me
a stretch.
Disney D's nuts.
It was a stretch.
You'd set me up for it. I've been thinking about this for.
I could tell that
No.
you had it
No.
in the chamber.
No, I think I thought about it for like maybe the last like 5 seconds, and I was like, all right, like because
No,
you're
but
like
you-
we're talking
but-
about Disney, and I was like D's nuts.
Yeah, it was like, but you delivered it like you had it in the pocket for a
Yeah,
week.
I'm just. Oh, I'm gonna
I can't wait to say this fucking joke, dude.
Can't wait to talk about D's nuts.
It's one of those things like you're waiting. You have that one line if somebody says that one specific thing, and you have that one perfect line for it.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been waiting my whole life to deliver
to
this
say
roast.
and then you finally say it, and it just
It
flops.
doesn't hit.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
hit at all. You're like, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Sounded better in my head. Sounded way better in my head. But
All
whatever.
right, today talking about Disney and the princes and princesses. We're talking
Ooh,
about
really everything Disney related. 'Cause I mean, like you got your
Disney.
Pixar.
Disney
and
is Disney. You know,
you got your Pixar and shit like
talk
that.
about the theme parks. We'll talk about
My mother
What?
says, "Hi, boys." Hello, mother.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you read it like that was what they typed.
No,
Like your mom was saying,
Oh.
my mom says hi.
my mom says
Yeah.
hi. That would be
It's
cool.
like your grandma is like, hey,
No, my mother.
yeah. Hey,
Uh,
Heather. I don't know whether to call her mom or Heather. I don't really know her that well. Like I know her, she knows me, but like
Have you ever
I fe-
met my mom?
I've met Heather, yeah.
Couldn't
I worked at
remember if
GetGo for like 3
Oh, yeah,
years,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I just couldn't remember if you ever.
I've
met
given
my
that
mom.
woman a lot of pop. I don't know if she smoked. I don't remember. Does she smoke? I didn't think so.
Nah. But yeah, no, we're talking about everything Disney. Pixar related. Pixar. What was like the other? DreamWorks isn't a part of Disney. Just Disney animation.
Yeah,
and Pixar.
Disney animation, Pixar.
And Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like anything else, closely related. You can call me
Hey,
mom.
hey,
Everyone else
Mom.
does. Hello.
Welcome to La Chat, Mom.
But yeah, anything else related with that, like old, old animations and stuff like that, conspiracy theories. Because I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories.
I right on top again. I don't know much Disney. I've seen I have very few Disney movies I have actually watched.
I think you'll learn throughout like talking about this. I'm definitely more of a Pixar guy than
Oh,
I
yeah.
am
Oh,
like
yeah.
directly Disney.
But yeah, I've seen more Disney Pixar than I have like Disney animations.
Yeah, 'cause, like-
I've seen I've seen all like the newer ones, the Moanas,
yeah, because that's
Frozen's.
Disney.
Yeah, I've seen the newer Disney animations, but like the Snow Whites, the Cinderellas. I mean, I watched Hercules.
Hercules.
Is my
Hercules.
fucking absolute favorite. I love Hercules, dude.
No.
Anyways, I haven't seen like Pinocchio. I don't think I've fully seen the Lion King movies. I haven't seen a lot of Disney stuff.
I'll say like right off the top, like I just said, like I'm definitely more of a Pixar guy. I've watched a good handful of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to tell me to recite anything from like Pinocchio, Snow White, or Cinderella, shit like that,
Yeah, I know.
I know like the cliff notes.
I've never seen Peter Pan either.
Like
And my wife gets mad at me because I haven't seen all of these Disney movies because she loves them all. But
Yeah.
like I have barely seen
I
any
just-
of them.
I don't know. Like they're all good.
Yeah,
Like there's, man, I've been having the hiccups for like a month.
I know.
It's
It's like every
killing
time we're together, you have a mad case of the hiccup.
me. Hiccups. I've been we're getting personal here. I've been bloated, dude. I've been drinking so much ginger tea, eating so many bananas, so much yogurt. I'm trying to just get all this air out of me, cause dude,
It ain't working.
I feel like I'm gonna pop like a bubble, dude. Fucking
And this is why they give me Prilosec, is because if I don't take it, we have one of those nights again.
Oh, you shitting yourself? Constantly?
Absolutely.
That was terrible.
Yeah, dude. I didn't take it yesterday. I made sure to take
So-
it at 5:00 this morning. So we did not have one of those days today.
What annoys me with my like we get so off topic every
And
time.
it's always piss and poo every time.
What kills me with like my bloating, like when it keeps hitting me, it's not like I'm like tooting up a storm or anything like that. I can't breathe. I just feel like I'm dying the whole
But
time.
yeah, I have I have
You know?
no problem passing wind.
No,
As you know, I'll fucking burp. I'll fucking fart. I have no
Dude,
issue doing it.
for me. No, it feels
I don't
like
remember the last time I was bloated.
I gotta like fart because I'm bloated or whatever. No, I just feel like somebody took like a wine cork and just put it up there and like just block it. Like it feels like I feel like I'm farting through a windscreen. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like I'm trying
Oh, yeah.
to push it up, out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have like a film. You know, like so like there's like
Like
saran
cheese through
wrap.
one of the graters.
There's like saran wrap over my ass when I'm trying. It just blow the
Oh, my
bubble,
gosh.
But yeah, like I was saying, it was more. I was definitely more of the Pixar guy. Like I liked the animations you had. Like Hercules. Like my parents can both contest. Hercules was my favorite out of the Disney
Yeah.
like cartoons and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Loved Hercules.
Loved Hercules.
Everything about
Hercules
it.
is so good.
The music was good.
Oh, yeah.
I like the whole story of it is good.
I've seen
Greek mythology is cool
I
in
love
its own
it.
right.
Yeah, I love. Oh. I mean, I posted on Facebook. I said it. I mean, if you had to pick one Disney movie, what would it be? And I said mine was Hercules for sure.
Oh yeah, like
And my
yeah.
favorite side character is from Hercules, and it's Phil. 'Cause
Oh,
of
yeah.
Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito.
I love. Oh,
Yeah, I think I saw something where people were trying to talk about like a live action Hercules, and they were like, "Oh, who do we?"
Henry
cast for-"
Cavill. Everyone always
Well-
says Henry Cavill. If it's any buff dude,
Yeah,
it's gonna. Everyone says Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill is he's the dude. He's a real
he's
genuine
a
dude.
dork.
Yeah.
And he fucking he stays fit. Good for him.
Hercules, I don't know if I don't know who all I'd have a idea of, but people were talking about, oh, who do we cast as Phil? It's like
Danny DeVito. Who else would you think?
Like he did the voice of it,
Yeah.
like, but also he's a short, rotund feller.
yeah,
Just
he would make an awesome satyr.
like just make it him.
Oh.
Like, or also probably it's Disney. They're just gonna animate him anyway, so just have him do the voice. Again.
They'll make him look younger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, not even that. Like they're just gonna animate him, or just take
I think they
take
would more
this-
CGI it.
take this part of Danny
Yeah.
DeVito and just put it on
Yeah.
an animated,
Exactly.
bottom.
And then I think it would be more CGI than like
Yeah.
actual animation.
But
So who would your sidekick be?
like my runner-up
No,
or
like you think Disney movie. Every Disney
character
hero,
has, like,
princess, whatever, has that sidekick. You know what I mean? Like Snow White has the seven dwarves, Hercules has Phil, Cinderella has
the shoe.
the shoe, the rats or the fairy godmother.
I
And
think.
then, Moana has the fucking chicken or the pig.
Yeah.
Olaf.
For the longest time, I'm not joking. Like when I say this, I genuinely mean it. I'm not doing a bit or trying to blow it out of the water. Every time I would talk about that character, I would always call him Zoloff. I'm not playing.
Dude, I feel like I've
on
heard you say
accident.
that.
Like it was purely on accident because like I completely forgot because I'm so like anybody to try to ever say that I'm like a drug addict or anything, you can't because like I'm so outside
You don't
of
even know what
drugs.
Zoloft is?
I was like, oh yeah, Zoloft, and they're like, Zoloft? That's a drug. I'm like,
Do you know what Zoloft is?
yeah, and it's like an antidepressant or something like that.
Anti-anxiety, antidepressant, yeah. That's what
know,
I take.
I know now, but
What people don't know is I take way more drugs than you do.
I refuse to take ibuprofen.
Any. You take none. Zero.
I'd rather wallow in the fucking pain.
I take
like a
I
fucking
take,
man.
I take 13 fucking pills a day, and most of them are antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication.
I'm high on life, brother.
That's it. You
And-
played that game?
High on life? No,
Bad,
I won't.
Bad game.
I won't because of fuckface.
Yeah.
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 But
Anyways, so yeah, your sidekick, your side piece.
I don't know. That's like such a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Like especially on the Disney side of things.
Yeah.
Tigger.
Okay.
T.
All right. You
T.
didn't have to.
Hard T.
Yeah. No.
I'm just making sure.
It came through the headphones. They got it.
That's why I was just like,
That would make
T.
you. It makes you look.
T.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Hey.
Tigger.
We're on the internet, so I kind of have to.
The wonderful thing about Tigger is Tigger's a wonderful thing.
But
He went full Pooh Bear.
I think I would probably say Tigger because I don't know, because my mom being in chat just like kind of reminds me of it. Like my mom was obsessed or is obsessed with like Winnie the Pooh
Fun.
and everything, and then me growing up, I didn't really give a shit about Pooh Bear, but I liked Tigger. So because he was a tiger and he hopped around.
But would we consider? I'm all for it. But would we consider Tigger a sidekick?
Yeah,
because I think Piglet. Well, he's a side character. But I would think Piglet would be. But I think Pooh Bear in and of himself is a side character because Christopher Robin is talked about all the time.
I would think Pooh Bear because the thing is, it's called the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, no, I was
Winnie the Christopher Robin.
Yeah, it was just a joke. Have you seen that Christopher Robin movie though?
With Ian McGregor.
Yeah,
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good.
Ewan. I think it's
Ewan McGregor.
But no, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've not watched it. I like it. Because I like that they brought back the original voice actor. I like the whole, Christopher's grown up.
Yeah.
And he's trying to fight like the whole child, being an adult thing.
Or,
also, I just love
Hook.
Hook? No, I don't think like the Robin Williams one.
Yeah. Because Peter's an adult.
I've seen like bits and pieces of it.
I have seen Hook,
but I don't remember
and
much
Hook
of anything.
Hook's actually a good movie. It's actually pretty good.
I mean, so that kind of gets into like the conspiracy thing of of Peter Pan. That's
the original Peter. The original.
Take a second.
All right, recalibrate. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
The
original Peter Pan book was about a man who kidnapped children and took them to Neverland, which was just not.
Was it the original book or like?
I'm fairly certain there is a book. I don't know if it was the original book, but I know there's a book that says that Peter Pan was actually a person that stole children, and Hook was the person that was it was like a cop or something that wanted to save the children.
So the big conspiracy theory or theory in general is that Peter Pan was kidnapping the children and everything, taking them to Neverland, and they were being
because he was lonely or some shit like that.
I don't know all of it. You can correct us in the comments if you do know it, but I think he was killing the kids or something like that or something, taking the kids.
But right. They were he was killing the kids, and they stayed young because they were just souls.
Yeah, or something. But then Hook was one of the kids that actually escaped, and that's why he's older, and he's actually trying to stop Peter Pan. And no, I think there's an old story and there is some truth behind it. But then he made a deal.
I want to say it's wrote by Lewis Carroll, but I'm pretty sure that's the person who wrote Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland's pretty fucked up too. All the Grimm's brothers stuff.
Yeah.
If you know any of the Grimm's brothers,
which is Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland, Snow White,
all
Cinderella, all the older stuff. Disney animations is a bunch
there's
of Grimm
a thing with
stuff.
Cinderella has schizophrenia or something like that.
There's a lot of really messed up stuff.
But there's something that. Sydney, is that the girl's name that he?
Wendy. Wendy, darling,
makes a deal with him to give her children every so often.
Yeah,
she'll offer her children to save her life or something like that. I don't know. It's super super fucked. You get into any conspiracy theory about any animated thing, like what we talked about in the cartoon episode, it gets real gruesome and just dark. But I for me personally, I want to see more of that. That's kind of why I liked those horror Disney stuff that they were doing, the Pooh Bear one that they did, and they did another one.
Okay, so the Grimm version is just called Pan.
Yeah. Did it say what?
I wasn't gonna. I could look up a synopsis if you want me to.
Yeah, if you find something like that. But yeah, I want to see more. I would love to see a Grimm's brother version of all these. Disney's probably never going to allow it. I'm surprised they allowed that whole Pooh Bear thing that happened. Savannah said, "Did you actually watch the horror Disney movies? Terrible.
I did not.
No. Yeah, there was the Pooh Bear one or something like that where Pooh Bear's Pooh Bear and all the gang is going around killing everybody or something like that. I don't know. But it was what the fuck? It was Back for Honey or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Blood Honey. Yeah. I don't know.
But it was it was like Pooh Bear and the gang. There's just a bunch of fucking serial killers and shit.
Well, no, they were like actually like Pooh Bear and stuff. Like it looked like Pooh. I don't think it was called Pooh Bear. Yeah, very not good, and Disney did not allow it. They lost rights. Yeah, I think they had to do something to get around it, or that's why it wasn't called Pooh Bear. And that's going to be the thing.
Yeah, that's what companies do to like dodge copyright infringement is they make them look slightly different so they can't get struck by it.
Legal. That's the crazy thing about legal stuff. The Pooh is the only one I've heard of but never watched it. And Savannah says the other one was Mickey Mouse one. I didn't watch it but heard it was just as bad. I heard a lot of people loved him. Actually, I heard because there was like a whole push to make like a whole franchise and like world of them. I was surely like interested in it to see like the different take, and like I was gonna say, and that's what sucks is
okay. Basically, what Peter does in the Grimm Brothers. Here's a little excerpt from the book. The boys on the island vary, of course, in numbers, according as they get killed and so on. And when they seem to be growing up, which is against the rules, Peter thins them out. But as this time, there were 6 of them, counting the twins as 2. Basically, Peter kills the kids to stop them from aging. That's basically what the Pan book is. And there's like, this is a whole thing about like, there's Snow White. So when we get into Snow White, I can read the excerpt and like basically what Little Mermaid is.
I saw something like of Pinocchio was like, he was like hung.
Yeah.
But like because of his like some like his shortcomings and stuff. Well, Chris said it was called Pooh Bear. Your sister watched it. No, it's called. Savannah said it was called Blood and Honey. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there was like a whole push to make some horror franchise and a world of all of them. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I think would be pretty cool. What I was gonna say too is I would love to see the Grimm's Brothers version of all these, like the legit version. But I know
Disney will not let that happen.
Yeah, Disney will not.
They have full rights, and they won't let that happen.
Well, because Disney is like,
I don't. But we say never, but we're going into an age of Disney where they're allowing more of that like violent stuff.
They're allowing, but under their shit,
right?
You know what I mean? And because I mean, like, yeah, you're getting because like Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah,
that's a prime example of like the first Disney movie that is.
They said more than one F word.
Yeah,
and retarded.
Well, the fact that that they said those in general is beyond me, is crazy. Like the first time I ever watched it,
they don't do that.
Yeah,
they just don't.
Well, the first time they said
they allow one F word.
Technically a PG-13 movie is allowed one F-bomb.
Yeah.
And they always teased it at the end of every Spider-Man movie. If you watch No Way Home, if you watch Homecoming, Far From Home, they didn't do it in No Way Home because obviously everything that was going on in it. But those 2 movies all ended in somebody about to say fuck. Like they're like fuck, and then it gets cut off.
And then there was one of the X-Men movies. It was Wolverine. He was like, fuck off.
Well, that was with Fox.
Oh, that's right.
Then
I always forget that Fox owned the X-Men for a long time.
Forever.
Yeah.
But the first Disney Marvel movie to say fuck was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Mm-hmm. And they only said it once. Granted, it was the best use of it.
Oh, it was so funny.
Like, open the fucking door.
Yeah, it was so good, dude.
But then Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
They said that, me and Savannah were like,
yeah, I know. I did too.
He said fuck.
I did too.
I opened the fucking door. That's crazy.
I freaked out. I was like, did he just say fuck?
Yeah, dude. It was
like in a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Like I felt like a little kid hearing it for the first time. It's because you get so set with Marvel and how they do everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, so I can see, like, Disney's going to do it. But, like, Disney, whenever you have those champions of Disney, I don't think they're going to allow them to be put in such a light.
The thing is what they're doing now is focusing on the live action adaptations of those old animations.
Just
Stop doing it. No one asked for it. No one fucking cares, right? I mean,
look how they've all done.
They're doing bad.
My Pixel Watch keeps trying to. It's got turned on somehow, and it's trying to connect to your phone.
Just stop making the live action stuff, man. Stick with like your your live action stuff should literally be the acquisitions you have, Marvel and Star Wars.
Make something new.
Yeah. Or make a new live action thing. Yeah, stop trying to. We're caught in this thing now. We are sweet nostalgia, and of course we're okay with them releasing older stuff new. But the thing is live action doesn't hit right when it comes to these like older cartoons that we had. You know, like your Snow White, your Cinderella, and all that stuff. Keep them cartoons, man. Just make them the new 3D rendered cartoons.
Like remaster it. Yeah, like what video games do. Because my thing is, like, I get it. Because I'm somebody, because like, let's take it into the music aspect. People doing covers. The way that I see it, because I love, I got something to say about it. With the people that know me, I love a band called Ninja Sex Party. The lead singer, Dan Avidan. They do loads of covers of very beloved songs. I do love the originals. But I really like these covers because it breathes a new light into it. Because a lot of those covers, Dan, like especially in the Super Guitar Bro ones, like the ones with just him and them,
all of it's acoustic.
It's all acoustic and it's sung very differently. So it brings a different light and a different feeling to certain songs.
I will say, if covers are done right, they're very good. But the thing is, if they're like a 1-for-1 cover, like it's all the same instrumentals, it's all the same sound, and it's just the voice that's different.
It's very because like
I don't really like it.
You can't say that because all the NSP covers, those are it's the same music.
But that's favoritism, right? So like, I do have a favorite cover artist, which would be Dan. But as a whole, if like any pop musician were to cover a fucking song, if they don't do it differently, like if a metal artist takes a slower song and makes it a metal song, that's fucking cool, right? Yep. But if any pop artist were to take any Elton John song and do it the exact same way, it's like you're not really doing anything different. You're just putting your vocals on top of it.
But that goes into like what I was saying. It breathes a new light into it, and then also it brings an old piece of media, old piece of art to a newer generation.
Yeah, they just I don't know why they're so hung up on this live action.
There's a lot of people like with the
because that new Snow White flopped.
Oh yeah,
it flopped hard.
Not like it flopped because of once again we're gonna stay away from it. Brought in a lot of woke bullshit. You know what I mean? Which I've said it several times without going deep into it. Leave the woke shit out of movies and out of media and out of art. You know, but
because if we're gonna be honest, when they do it, they catch a lot of heat for it. You know what I mean?
Every time. That's one thing you don't like learn.
Every time.
Like why aren't you?
It's not like I don't give a fuck.
It goes into that like. We're getting a little too deep into it. It gets into like that social agenda bullshit, whatever. But the thing is, like, you're learning. All of these live action adaptations have been flopping. I think the only one that's been doing decent was the Lion King one. But
I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, which I just recently watched the live action Lion King.
Yeah.
But it was almost like there's a bunch of shots that were like a little bit different, but it was just the same movie, just with live.
Yeah, but it's CGI instead of animated.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is just CGI. Which is fine. It was to a certain extent.
Like from what I remember, it was a lot of the same songs. It was different voice actors. Besides,
I just can't wait to be king.
Besides, like different voice actors, because like Childish Gambino was in it.
Donald Glover,
and then
he doesn't like to be called that anymore.
But they still used rest in peace. But James Earl Jones as
Darth Vader.
As fucking Mufasa. I think it was a different person playing Scar, and different people playing,
get Tim Burton to direct it.
Huh? Oh, somebody. Oh, about doing the Grimm's brother.
Yeah, get Tim
that would
Burton.
Be sick.
That would actually be very good. Does he even direct movies anymore though?
Yeah,
does he?
Not much anymore.
I was gonna say I feel like he's retired. Though.
He fucking sucked ass putting that new Beetlejuice out. But
I've heard the Beetlejuice movie it's a mixed review. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it.
I watched 10 minutes of it and I shut it off. I'm not even playing. And the thing is, I love Tim Burton
the Beetlejuice movie
and love the original Beetlejuice movie. Watched 10 minutes of it and shut it off. I got so annoyed.
My wife likes it.
I got annoyed with Winona Ryder's character. I don't like the direction that they did with it. And then I got annoyed with the mom.
The mom.
I got so annoyed by the movie.
Yeah.
And I shut it off.
What can you do, man?
But, and we'll get into Tim Burton because technically Nightmare Before Christmas was
most Tim Burton movies he's done have been Disney.
But what I'll say, it with those live action, it's just stop. All of them have been flopping. All of them have been doing wrong.
Is it when they do live action, right? Do something like Pirates of the Caribbean, an original IP.
Yeah. Savannah says the first 10 minutes is very annoying. You have to get through the first bit, and it gets pretty good.
You got to give it another chance, man.
Maybe.
I haven't seen it.
It's just like whenever people tell you to play a video game, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the first couple hours are bad."
No,
and it's like
no, it's different because video games. If you can't enjoy the first couple of hours, that's not for me.
But that's the thing.
That's a couple of that's a couple of fucking hours, dude. Yeah. I'm already playing what some games is already a decent chunk of video game, right? 2 hours is a long time.
It was okay. I liked it for the most part. Yeah, I don't know. I love Tim Burton. Everything Tim Burton.
Yeah, I don't think I know a Tim Burton movie I don't like.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a Tim Burton movie I don't like.
Even Sweeney Todd was good.
I love Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd was incredible.
I love it. Love pretty much every fucking Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, but the live action stuff has got to stop. It's got to stop. Like I said, if they want to do live action, do an original IP like Pirates of the Caribbean or any live action things they've done.
I'm getting tired of. This goes into movies in general, not just Disney. I'm getting tired of these fucking remakes, man. Just make something new.
But we can't say that. We are a nostalgia podcast. We should be okay with them remaking stuff and putting it out.
I'm a nostalgic person, so I like going back and watching the original because
but not everybody has a VCR, dog.
No, because you can watch all those digitally.
I mean, you can.
They're all on digital.
You can.
I can go back right now and I can go watch RoboCop on YouTube.
Yeah, but not everybody has the means to do that.
I don't believe that. It's 2025. Homeless people have phones, and that's a fact. People in prison have fucking phones.
Yeah, but they don't have Wi-Fi.
Bullshit. Go to McDonald's.
Go McDonald's. Go to Donnie's. All right. I mean, fair enough. It is pretty widespread.
You can watch any nostalgic movie, and that's the thing. And it's
get yourself an Obama phone.
It's those movies.
Take it to McDonald's and watch.
Well,
RoboCop.
I guess the new Obama phones are actual.
They're smartphones. Yeah,
they're not like the small.
I mean, they're like little
phone.
Motorola LGs, but
I don't even think they're like Motorola. I think it's just literally some shit, known brand.
I have no clue.
Because if it's an LG, LG doesn't make phones anymore. But even if it was like a Motorola, it'd still be better than some unknown brand. Yeah. But no, that's the thing. But the nostalgia of going back and watching those movies is going back and watching the original art of it.
Yeah.
Not some new shit that's it's different than what you remember growing up.
I like remasters. If they do it over again, but just a remake, I don't really enjoy.
There's this weird line of it. So I mentioned RoboCop.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of RoboCop.
Yeah, they just rebooted that series recently.
Love the original RoboCop. They made a new one back in 2016, 2015. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I did. I had fun with it.
They did it again. They just did it again recently. I'm pretty sure.
No,
they didn't.
No, because I would have known about that. They did another RoboCop.
A better example would be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
Because not everybody likes RoboCop, but there's a lot of people who like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think, are incredible. The new ones are, they're all right.
Yeah, the original live action ones, except for the third one. The third one's fucking.
Well,
trash.
The third one I think is fucking funny as shit, but the new ones they're okay. I don't like Johnny Knoxville as Leonardo. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
But so with that, the RoboCop remake, it original name characters, some things were different. It was a different telling of it, but the whole premise was kind of the same. Mm-hmm. It's but watching that, I'm like, okay, this was a cool retelling. They changed some shit, but I'm still more nostalgic over the original. But that's just the thing with
But what if they do it in a modern way? Like they just remade the movie in a modern way. It just
But
runs at 4K. It's a beautiful movie. But it's a 1-for-1 shot.
Then you think see, that's where it gets hard in media to like do certain things, because the thing is, and that's where like critics and like making content in general
is tough.
It
is tough
because the thing is, you put out, well, especially with YouTube, you put something out, 20 other people will probably put it out too, or 20 people are going to put it out after you do it.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is you put out a 1-for-1, they're just going to give you shit for just re-releasing something.
Well, yeah.
And then you change something.
Yeah, but
then you got the hardcore fans that are pissed off because they're like, that's not true to this.
Right.
And then you got to say it's a retelling.
It's a give and a take, right? Which one are you willing to take? In order to get.
For me, I'm just like, just leave it the fuck alone and make something new.
Yeah, but the thing is like originality only goes so far. You know what I mean?
Draw inspiration from it. It's okay to realize that there's inspiration inspired by this, and like there's some characteristics or whatever, and like what to the story and everything. But make something new. That's what I'm saying. Like, why we didn't need.
Sorry, Judge Dredd was better.
We didn't need a new Snow White.
No,
we didn't need another fucking Lion King. Like, we don't need any of that stuff. That's probably taking.
No, yeah.
We don't. Oh, did you see my wallpaper?
Oh God!
You see my wallpaper?
It's incredible.
It's fucking sick, dude. I'll have to show everybody here in a second.
Oh man,
my wallpaper is sick as fuck.
That's literally the Nirvana,
dude. Huh?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what it is. I understand what it is, but it's literally like, I'm pretty sure it's inspired by the Nirvana.
It's Jack Black jumping off a cliff from the Minecraft movie, but somebody has a fishing rod in the water with a diamond, well, an emerald on it. He's going through the water. It's funnier than shit.
I'm pretty sure it's inspired by.
Probably.
Because the emeralds are currency in Minecraft, and.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm fairly sure. I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's literally like
makes me not like it as much.
It's the Nirvana. It's the Nirvana album cover.
I'm not a Nirvana fan.
I love it. I love that.
I just liked it because
it's my favorite, dude. It's one of my favorite bands.
I just like it because it's funny. But yeah, there's this. Just leave them alone. Make something new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see more original IPs, dude.
But yeah, back into. Are you part of a repo Discord?
Yeah.
Back into like the Disney stuff and everything. What?
So what if I am
judging you on a repo Discord? I did join a Marvel Rivals Discord last night just to get a reward.
No, it's not a repo Discord. It is a Discord I'm in that's called Repo.
Oh,
it's Alex, Savannah's sister, and her friends, and me.
But. Yeah, back into like Disney stuff. Like I said, I love Hercules, and like would a live action one be cool? Maybe, but like
I'm okay with them not doing it.
Yeah, but I'm completely all right with you
I'm
leaving it alone.
I'm 100% okay with them. I mean, and this is where we're gonna disagree. I'm okay with them remaking a new animated one. I'm 100% okay with that.
Oh, them like reanimating it, and like doing it
differently? Like the new animation style. I would be 100% okay with that.
Like maybe like a remastered or whatever, like wouldn't be bad. Cause like they do that with video games.
Just think if like Hercules was animated like your Frozen or your Moana or your Inside Out.
Maybe I would say maybe just Yo Dad Fat. What do you mean live action Hercules would be fine? I see
live action Hercules. I think would be dog shit.
That's just from like person to person.
If their track record with like live action stuff has been 1 in 5.
Because every fucking time they make a live action adaptation, they put this woke bullshit into it.
Okay, we're getting heated about it.
Sick of it.
We're getting heated about it. We're gonna move on from it.
It's annoying. Leave politics out of movies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I understand why they do it. They
hear me out. Hercules 2 animated. Yeah, Hercules. Like
honestly,
that's the thing. Make a 2.
Honestly,
make a 2. Disney hasn't, but they have made one with
The Rock.
The Rock, pretty sure. Snow White was ass. With The Rock? Did they?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. No, The Rock has a Hercules movie, but it wasn't made by Disney. It was its own thing.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, it is Greek mythology.
Yeah. So
Hercules isn't a Disney IP.
right. So The Rock, Dwayne Johnson has a movie called Hercules or something to do with Hercules, and he played Hercules.
They did show Hercules at the end of Thor. God, Love and Thunder.
But no, I don't think it has anything to do with Disney at all.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules himself is a person. You know what I mean? Like a
allegedly.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of different things, but I don't think
you believe in that mythology shit.
I don't know.
Me neither. Moving on. So, Disney villain.
Favorite Disney villain?
Oh yeah, this is a big one for me. I love the Disney villains.
So out of like the cartoon animated ones like that, like the straight Disney.
Mm-hmm. Strictly Disney.
I would almost go Hades.
Because
I liked him,
dude. James Woods does an
incredible James Woods, and it's really
Hades,
funny,
dude. I love.
Like Hades. It was really funny. James Woods is funny, and I can't hear his voice without thinking, "Ooh, piece of candy." You know what I mean?
I also did you ever see Princess and the Frog?
Yeah,
I like
the bad guy. I did like him.
What's his name? The Shadow Man.
Something like that.
I think it's called the Shadow Man. I like that.
I love that voice actor.
Oh yeah,
too.
I love the Shadow Man.
Yeah, because I can't think of another villain for me personally.
There's Hook.
That pops off. I don't really care about Peter Pan all that much.
Fair enough.
I like the peanut butter.
What's the Kraken lady's name?
Ursula. Yeah.
Snow White is what?
The apple.
Maleficent.
Was that Maleficent?
I don't know.
I do like Maleficent. I did. So that was a live action thing that I did not mind.
I hated
with
it.
Angelina Jolie.
I don't like Angelina Jolie at all.
I don't have the hots for her like everybody else does.
Everybody thinks she's fucking incredible looking, and I'm like, she looks like a foot.
She was very hot.
She looks like a fucking toe.
She was very hot in the movie with Winona Ryder, where they're both in like an insane asylum and shit like that.
No idea what that is.
Don't remember the name of the movie. I watched it. She's very hot in that. Also, Winona Ryder. It was a young Winona Ryder, fucking banging. So
sure.
You don't think a young Winona Ryder's hot?
No, not really.
She's very hot.
Sure.
Very. And then somebody said Scar.
Lion King. Scar
was a very.
What about Big Al from Toy Story?
Well, that's why I
Big Al's Toy Barn, baby.
That's why I left out. That's why I said Disney and not Pixar.
Okay.
Because I kind of separate the two a little bit. I think
we're talking Disney as a whole. So
as a whole,
yeah.
I would. Well,
again, we're excluding Disney or not Disney, but Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah, we're just talking about like the old stuff. I mean, yeah, I would put any bad character in.
What's the teddy bear from Toy Story 3? What's his name?
Lotso. Fucking hate.
That's the best quality about a villain. How much you hate him.
And then your dad fat.
Oogie Boogie
is mine. Maleficent is my fave. Yeah, Maleficent was back to that. I thought that was a good adaptation of it. I'm not gonna lie. Well,
I know she used her actual child because every other kid was scared of her.
Well, back into the live action. So this is where it gets a little fucky. The live action Alice in Wonderland. That was Disney.
Oh, those were bad.
I thought they were good.
Look through the Looking Glass. You thought was good.
I don't think I watched that one.
The Wabbajack alone made me not want to watch it.
I didn't mind them.
Fucking love Alice in Wonderland. It is my favorite mythos. It's my favorite setting. I fucking love Alice in Wonderland. They fucked up the Wabbajack.
I don't know too much about it. About my longest time with Alice in Wonderland is the video game, the
Alice in Madness, Madness in Wonderland or something like
Madness Returns or whatever. That game is if you haven't played that game,
it's a great game.
It
is a retelling, but it is a great game.
Well, because it's dark.
Yeah,
it is the darker Grimm's Brother type, stuff. It is an amazing.
Through the Looking Glass sucks, babe. Come on. Those movies, like the first one, I could watch. The first one was fine, but the second one, dude,
Sid was a great villain in the first Toy Story.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Through the Looking Glass. I probably have.
Through the Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass. The whole concept was it was the same chick, right? But this time, like, the Mad Hatter had been used by the Queen of Hearts like so rampantly that he's like, not himself anymore. But then you get into like the anyways. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I don't think it's good. A lot of people do like the movie. Through the Looking Glass, I'm not a fan though.
I don't know. I have to rewatch it, but that's one of those live actions that I didn't mind. There's some of them that I'm not too, they're all right, but also that was a different time period. I'll say that. You know what I mean? I'll put that out there. But the villains, I'd say like a true like villain because I wouldn't. It's kind of hard to put Big Al as like a villain.
Dude, he's a tool. He's such an ass.
Inconvenience.
What about Zorg?
Zurg?
No,
Zurg?
His name is Zorg.
Zurg.
Zurg is from StarCraft.
No, but Zurg is Toy Story.
Is it Zurg or Zorg?
Zurg.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I love Toy Story. I'm very sure.
I'm sure you are in love with Toy Story, but it's okay to be wrong.
100%. It is Zurg. It's Z-U-R. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Zurg.
Yeah.
Zurg.
Z-U-R-G.
Emperor Zurg, or simply Zurg, is Buzz Lightyear's nemesis in the Toy Story franchise.
Yes, sir. Yes, Zurg.
Yes, Zurg. Oh, I actually had one of these.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them.
It was I think mine was a McDonald's toy though.
Yeah, I had a McDonald's one.
You guys see that? Probably not great. It's all fuzzy and blurry, but
yeah,
it's Emperor Zurg, or simply Zurg.
What does your dad fat say? Shere Khan?
Shere Khan from Jungle Book.
Is that the snake?
No, that's the lion, the tiger, the Bengal tiger. Yeah, that's a good poll. I've never seen the Jungle Book though.
I don't think I really have either.
No, when I say I haven't seen them, I have no recollection of seeing these movies.
Yeah.
So I could have very well seen them, but I don't remember. But I remember, I know the songs from all the movies. You know what I mean?
Now,
like all of the the soundtracks, always good.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton did Hercules.
Yeah, and then
I mean he did because Disney does this thing with their animations is like
I forgot that they did a live action Jungle Book. They did that too.
No idea, but they do this thing where they have like Elton John did Lion King,
and then
then Michael Bolton did the end of Hercules. Phil Collins did the end of Tarzan. Like they have these big names do the end. Like Demi Lovato did the end of Frozen, the first Frozen.
Oh yeah,
they always do that stuff, which I'm not gonna lie to you, is kind of cool.
I was about to say Phil Collins and Tarzan. That was another. I love Phil Collins though. Yeah, Phil Collins is great.
Phil Collins, dude.
But yeah, like moving on to like the music in Disney movies has always been good. Slappers.
Always been good.
Like
even if you don't like the princess stuff or anything like that, like the Frozen movie soundtrack is actually good.
Oh yeah, no,
it's like really good, man.
I have a Frozen song saved on my phone that I'll like sing to Catherine in the car and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, all the musical ones, pretty much any Disney movie is
considered a musical.
Excuse me. Besides,
besides the ones that don't sing.
Well, I was about to say besides the Pixar movies. The Pixar movies are not.
Yeah, but they have good soundtracks, like John Newton's.
I was about to say
Newman's Toy Story. So
You Had
good.
a Friend in Me. Like all the songs.
You got a friend in me.
And the way that John Newton fucking
You got a friend in me.
Dude, I love it so much.
I know the road looks rough ahead, but we're miles and miles from your nice warm bed.
Says I could listen to Disney music all the time. Yeah, no, Disney music.
Dude, there's a reason Radio XM or XM Radio bought a Disney channel. A whole Disney channel, channel to put on their radio thing. And dude, it's their highest listened to.
Oh, I bet.
Monthly.
Because like I said, all the you got so many people, like all those songs like that the Disney princesses would sing in like Snow White, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, especially.
Yeah.
That's nostalgia for a lot of people.
Now let's go back just a little bit further. Did you ever fuck with like Steamboat Willie?
Like old
Walt Disney stuff. Like when it was Walt Disney and not just Disney.
Me now does. Because growing up, obviously growing up, I didn't.
It wasn't easily accessible back then.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy to get into it. Also, like my parents obviously weren't showing me that shit. They were showing me the current stuff or whatever. Also, I don't think my parents really watched that stuff because obviously the thing is Walt Disney died in the 1960s. It was 1966 that he died. Yeah, and it was December. I know the exact date, December 15th, 1966.
We got ourselves a Disney fan.
He was born in like 1801. Dude, yeah. 1801.
He was born in 1801.
No, 1901.
I was going to say he was born in 1801 and died in 1966.
I read something else that was 1801. I was reading something else that was 1801.
My boy.
1901.
1901 makes more sense.
But
did you watch that live action Walt Disney movie?
No.
When it was actually like Tom Hanks as Walt Disney?
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it. I wanted to. I really wanted.
I've heard it's good.
But
was it the something of Mrs. something? Because it's not actually like it doesn't have 100% to do with Walt Disney, but it's
it's one of those things they don't have the rights to it, but they want to tell the story,
right?
So they have to do something weird.
No, but the music is always incredible.
But
because I think that's what really puts Disney apart is their music. With making their cartoons or making their whatever, the music is always good.
But back to what you said, like the Steamboat Willie, like all that stuff like that.
That's what I segued into the wrong bit of our conversation.
Yeah. That stuff I enjoy it now because like as I've gotten older, I've always been kind of like that older soul kind of guy, but it just grows harder and harder as I get older.
I mean, I have an old soul too, but like I don't really like that stuff.
I like the 1940s, 30s aspect of things. I like I don't know, the sound of those like old like World War II pre-war type sounds and shit like that, like the music. I don't know, just the way shit was recorded.
I mean, I like it too, but when it comes to those cartoons specifically, I'm not interested in them really.
It's nothing that I obviously
like Pete, not a fan of. Old Goofy, not a fan of. Old like, Donald Duck, I don't really care for.
It's not something I would sit here and like just sit and watch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
I'll watch clips of them.
I'm very interested in the process of them.
Well, because animating back then was very, very different and much, much harder.
Yeah, no, I've sat there and watched whole things of that.
Because those were all hand drawn. Well, they're like stuck together like a stop motion type thing.
They were hand drawn, and like they started like the way that like Disney would do shit, where like they're like zooming in, like the moon seemed like it was literally like it was this giant fucking machine about as tall, like a little bit taller than this room, that had multiple pieces of glass that had it like drawn on there. Yeah, and they would like. That's how you get that.
Yeah, but that's just one fucking shot.
Yeah, one shot.
That's like one whole frame.
Because like it's the same. Because that same technique is a thing in film, that where you can do this thing with film where you get a subject and you pull away but zoom in at the same time. So it gets the backdrop to go back while the person stays
more
the same.
Depth of field.
And
I think that's what you're talking
about. Pretty much. It's just, I don't remember what the technique's called. And I'm sitting there doing this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, you gotta do this. A lot of this going on.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I think that's affecting its depth of fields.
No, it is. It's just a different way of keeping your subject here and whatever. But the animation style, no, because I'm somebody that's super into animation. Like I've learned.
That was the inspiration behind like the original like film. You know what I mean? Like actual film reels was that glass contraption, right? So like instead of having it shoot down on top of like 6 or 7 different pieces of glass, you could have this thing project these pictures out.
Oh yeah.
Which were all of those, what you would consider the glass
like
frames.
A projector.
Yeah. Which is why movie theaters still use it.
Oh yeah, I mean and it fucking makes it so
and
big.
It's huge, yeah.
No, film in general is because as somebody that like, for people that do know me, I want to do certain film stuff.
You got your eggs in a lot of baskets, there, guy.
My eggs are in a lot of baskets, for sure. Because I want to.
He can't settle just being in a podcast with me. He wants to do all kinds of shit.
I do. I genuinely want. I want to make like a short film kind of thing. I think it'd be super fun. I want to shoot it, direct it.
He said this is his forever. This is temporary.
No, all of it's my forever.
Yeah,
Just making content.
I'm just fucking with you.
But with cut, like when we talk about like cuts and shit, like in editing and everything, it's literally because they used to cut the film and then have to like, glue it back together to cut certain things out and shit.
That's where you get those marks at the bottom in old films. It's because they had to cut it and then like it wasn't like gluing it. They'd have to like hot press it together. That's where you get those burn marks in those certain frames.
But yeah, so yeah, Steamboat Willie, all that shit. I think it's interesting. It's cool. I do enjoy it. I enjoy the aesthetic of it. Would I sit there and watch it? Obviously not, because I mean it's not.
I watch clips of it. I watch those those dumbass clips where they put like old cartoons and they're like dancing and stuff, but they put these like hard trap songs on top of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I always find those so interesting. That ghost. It's like repping his set. Yeah. That thing is dude. That clip is actually really good.
I love that fucking.
I don't give a fuck about a damn thing.
Yeah. No. But yeah, going to the music, I agree with you. Of like, the music definitely separates the Disney movies from.
Out of all the companies that make like animated stuff, Disney's separated by their soundtracks. Yeah, specifically. I mean, like DreamWorks. I mean, they use actual bands and like actual artists to make their music.
Well, because those are just animated. Those are just animated movies. You know what I mean? Like they're just good. Like they're still kind of meant for kids, but they have a lot more innuendos.
Innuendos, indeed.
Like because like you watch Shrek and there's a lot of like innuendos.
Well, the Lion King. I know the Lion King has like one or two.
Well, I'll even say Pixar movies still have a lot of innuendos too, but there are still a lot more. Pixar movies are still more.
I love you so much, but it's innuendos, not innuendos. So you gotta sleep more often.
Get the fuck out the window, I don't sleep very often. That's the problem.
You gotta sleep more often, man.
This whole switching the night shift kind of thing sucks.
No, so the music has always been set apart for me. I always remember, like, I mean, of course, like the Pixar or the DreamWorks or whatever other cartoon company, they have good soundtracks, but like Disney soundtracks, dude, the originality of it. Even some of them like are fucking hilarious
because a lot of even in Pixar, like You Got a Friend of Me was made. Those songs were made for Toy Story.
Right.
They're not like because like DreamWorks took like songs from bands and put them in there.
Okay, so Shrek specifically, they took a song from Counting Crows. They took a song from Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. Yeah, those were already songs
they took
that
a song
made.
from REM.
Yeah.
The songs already existed, but the originality of it.
Believe it or not, All Star was not made for Shrek.
No, it was
just
not
used in Shrek.
I have heard that so much. It's like, wow, dude, they made this song this song came out in like the early 90s. Shrek didn't come out until like what, 02, 04, 2000?
Yeah, I think it was like 01.
Chill, guys. There's a 10-year gap there.
But no, All Star came out in like
All Star came out in the 90s.
Maybe like 99.
I don't know about that.
I don't think All Star is that old.
You were 100% right. It was 99.
Yeah. And then Shrek came out in like
it feels older than that. Ska music style feels older than that. I don't know why.
I still kind of fucked up that he passed away. The lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Oh, Guy Fieri?
Yeah. Yeah. Almost.
Uncle Kracker?
Basically.
They all look the same, man.
Yeah, they do.
Uncle Kracker, Guy Fieri, and the lead singer of Smash Mouth, whatever the hell his name is. They all look the same.
But yeah, look up Shrek. I'm pretty sure Shrek came out like 2001, I think.
01.
Yes, sir.
You're good with dates, man. That's crazy. It was 2-year gap then.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't made for Shrek. Fuck, it could have been.
Probably.
It could have been, honestly. They released that album, but like...
Well, because the thing is, it does take years for movies to come out.
Yeah, because it could have been in production when they made that song.
But the thing is, the music video has nothing to do with Shrek in it. And if
the
it was
music
made,
video has the music video has something to do with a different movie that came out that nobody watched. With Ben Stiller and
it was Ben Stiller,
like fake superhero type thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the movie was, but
Annie says you guys don't like Disney princesses. No, I like Disney princesses. We'll get into
I
Disney
don't
princesses.
like Disney princesses.
Why?
I just don't.
You don't have a favorite Disney princess? That's what we're gonna get on. Your favorite Disney princess, and you guys in the chat too. Tell us your favorite Disney princess.
Princess Leia. No. No,
old one.
You guys don't look like Disney
Don't look like
princesses.
Disney.
No,
That's
they
fair.
don't.
I don't think Catherine left her wig here in her princess costume.
I
too small.
cannot fit in Cece's princess costume. There's no shot. She'll
Oh yeah,
kill
they're
me
5 years old.
She'll kill me if I even try to put it on.
But,
I mean, I could set it over my head.
fair enough.
No, but favorite Disney princess, man? Let me cook. You first.
I think I would say Rapunzel from Tangled.
Okay. All right. I do like Rapunzel.
I like Tangled.
I like the Tangled movie.
The Tangled movie is very good.
Funny as shit too.
All right, the movie's
Here comes the smolder.
Yeah, the movie's funny. Ryder is a funny character.
I like it any.
I like the little lizard.
The lizard's
chameleon.
funny. The horse.
The
horse, dude.
The song is really really good.
But the horse, man.
Yeah, the horse is funny.
The horse is so funny.
The whole movie I think is good. So yeah, I would say Rapunzel from Tangled is probably one of my favorite Disney princesses. I know she's new. She's newer because I know that came out.
She is that new.
But like if we are talking about Disney, because like out of the older princesses, maybe Mulan, because she was a badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. I just didn't. So obviously I'm a boy. So growing up, watching.
I dare to say men.
Yeah.
I dare to say it.
Depending on who you talk to, But so yeah, I didn't really watching and being into Snow White or Cinderella and shit like that. It wasn't really my thing. But Mulan, she was a badass bitch, fighting for her country and all that stuff.
Fighting
so
for her right to party.
Exactly. So I would say if I had to, and I mean technically she is a princess, so I would say Mulan out of the older ones.
I don't think she actually is a princess.
They consider her a princess.
She's considered a princess, but she gets with a general, not a prince. So
she's a Disney princess.
Sure.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
I didn't
ask the internet. Or yeah.
I mean, I'll take the answer. I don't care.
Oh, and hi, buddies. Yeah, there it is.
You're late. About an hour late. That's fine.
But yeah, I would say Mulan. But I would say the actual princess would be probably Rapunzel from Tangled.
This is gonna feel like a cop-out answer, but I'm gonna say Meg.
Who?
Meg.
Meg?
Mm-hmm. Megara?
Griffin?
No, Megara from Hercules.
Oh, okay. Was she a princess?
Was Mulan? I didn't press you this hard about it.
But I don't think people consider her a Disney
I don't give
princess.
a fuck. I don't consider Mulan one, but here we are.
But the general consensus is that she is a Disney princess.
All right, hold on.
So I don't think that she's a princess.
I mean, it took me that long to come up with this answer, and now you're gonna make me think of a different one. I hope you're ready to sit here for another 10 minutes while I try to figure out which Disney princess I'm okay with accepting as my answer.
Hey, we got time. We got to go at least an hour and a half. So yeah, we got time. My favorite Disney princess is Thor. Fair enough. Is Mjolnir because she did dress Mjolnir up. Meg counts. I just don't like. Yeah.
Not officially a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Well,
then ask if Mulan is, because I'll take it if Mulan's not. Like, ask, is she a Disney princess?
No, Mulan is not technically a princess.
Okay, well, I'll take it then. She's not a Disney princess. But then out of the old ones, I don't know. I don't know if I really have one out of the older movies.
I'll take Belle. Easy.
Belle? So, like,
Pocahontas?
Okay, yeah, if I had to pick one, I'll pick Pocahontas because she's still a bad.
Well, this one says Mulan.
Does it?
Yeah. Ariel?
I don't know. If I had to pick,
I want to be where the people are.
If I had to pick one, yeah, I would probably go with
the Belle of the Ball.
Then. Technically, fucking what's her name from Wreck-It Ralph? She's a princess. She actually is.
That's what they say.
Well, because they confirmed it in the movie.
No, what's the you remember that old movie, The Lost City of Atlantis?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's
the
that?
white-haired girl?
Yeah. That's
my
lady right there. That's my lady right there, boy.
Or was
also I fucking love that movie.
Was the Road to El Dorado a Disney movie?
No, that was a DreamWorks movie.
Oh yeah, it was a DreamWorks. They're making a live action Lost Planet of Atlantis movie.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like they actually showed like a trailer of it not too long ago.
I want to see a new Lost Planet movie. That's another DreamWorks movie though.
I want a new Lost Planet game. Back to video games.
You did it this time, not me.
They need to remaster Lost Planet.
They did.
Did they remaster it?
No. No, I'm just
liar.
Yeah, no, I'm picking Belle. I like Belle.
Belle. And he also
although
said
I will
Belle.
say I don't. No, I'm gonna pick the girl from Atlantis.
Yeah. No, if I had to pick one,
she
like
actually is a princess.
If I had to pick one overall, I would say Rapunzel from Tangled. You know what I mean? I think that's just
Milo Thatch.
Huh?
Milo Thatch.
I like the.
When was the last time you saw that Atlantis movie?
I don't fucking know.
I watched it within the past 10 years. I know that.
Really? I like when I was a kid. I don't remember the last time I ever watched that fucking movie.
It's a good movie, man. It's funny.
Had a bunch of toys from it. Well, a couple toys from it.
I did not.
I think they were like McDonald's toys. You know what I mean? So they weren't like nothing like too intricate and like amazing.
I got your 5 main food groups right here: beans, biscuit, whiskey, and lard.
Hell yeah. But yeah, it's going to the Pixar movies though, because like that's where I think I strive a lot more. Well, what I prefer a lot more is like the Pixar movies. Bye.
Okay.
No? Bye. What are you talking about? Bye. What you talking about, Willis?
It's gonna be bye.
But yeah, the Pixar movies. I mean, what was your favorite Pixar movie? I've already basically said mine, but because Pixar in general and my favorite, I think it was blocked. Oh, so I have to look over here and see it. The bitch buys and library. Bitches love books.
Okay.
Buy a bitch books and a library. Bitches love books.
What the fuck are you talking about, Annie?
I think Annie
is
having
it
a
you
stroke.
or is it him? I can't tell.
Which one of us is having a stroke?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Anyways, I think my favorite Pixar movie would probably be Inside Out.
Inside Out? That's a good one.
I like Inside Out.
I do enjoy Inside Out. One thing that I hate that Inside Out did, in Inside Out 2, they took out Bill Hader for anxiety, or not anxiety, but
Fear.
Fear. Took out Bill Hader and switched him with somebody else.
Did they?
Yeah. Fucking hate it. I love Bill Hader.
I
and
wonder why
anything
they did that.
He probably just, it was probably like
Conflict of interest?
Well, no, not a conflict of interest.
He had to have been doing something at the time.
It wouldn't be a conflict of interest, because conflict of interest is like somebody doing a DC movie and somebody doing a Marvel movie.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
But probably just schedule conflict or something like that.
Fucking schedule your conflict.
But mine's Toy Story, hands down. Will forever be Toy Story. Toy Story is what got me, because like Toy Story was like one of the first.
Not the Iron Giant.
Like, that's not Disney, I don't think.
No, it's DreamWorks.
Do love Iron Giant. Fucking love Iron Giant. I don't know where the hell my Iron Giant went.
James and the
Fell.
Giant Peach.
Is that what is that?
DreamWorks
as well? But
DreamWorks has a lot more movies than people give them credit for. I'll be real with you.
Up is mine. Up was a great movie. Up was sad.
Fucking God, that break my heart.
Or Wall-E. Wall-E's good.
I don't like Wall-E too much.
I like Wall-E.
It's too real for me.
It's pretty real. I would say, but yeah, Toy Story.
Wow.
Toy Story was one of the first 3D animated movies.
Cars, yo.
Cars was very good.
Life is a highway.
But
I love Cars actually.
It was one of the first 3D animated movies. Toy Story was like full 3D, like animated, and it was just the process of that like is awesome. Like creating that, it sparked me getting into like animation in that sense. It was like I taught myself a little bit of
When
Blender.
he was 7.
No, well, I mean later on in life, it it made me interested in animation as a kid growing up, but it made me later on get into.
Yeah, no, you can hate Owen Wilson, but you don't have to hate the Cars movies.
You can't hate Owen Wilson.
Because I fucking hate Meet the Fockers.
Really? I like those movies.
I don't like those movies at all. Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers.
He wasn't in that. That was Ben Stiller.
Owen Wilson was absolutely in those movies.
Where? Like as a
he
side
was
character?
he was Ben Stiller's wife or girlfriend's ex something.
Oh, like in one of the
parents,
movies.
Her parents were still very attached to him. So
and like the first movie. I think it was the first.
I think it was Meet the Parents. Yeah.
Because I was say I like Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers was funny. Meet the
Parents. Robert De Niro in it.
Yeah. Like, Meet the Parents. I didn't really enjoy too much though.
But
his name is Gaylord Fokker. You believe that?
Gaylord Fokker. They don't make movies like they used to.
They don't, man.
They don't make movies like they used to, dude.
Comedies have gotten real soft. Because Tropic Thunder, that was the end of an era. I'll be real with you.
Dude.
We had a man get away with blackface. We had a man get away with saying some pretty racist shit.
The R word?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. No, you can get fucked. Tropic Thunder is a masterpiece.
It's a great movie, man. We fully had Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Yeah, and Robert Downey Jr. said, I got to be black for a summer. Yeah. He's like, that's why I did it.
He was like, because Jamie Foxx was on Joe Rogan talking about it, and he was like, you think you can play Mexican? And Junior was like, I don't know, dude. In today's social climate, I don't think it's going to, because it's not the same. No, I got away with doing blackface for a summer. I don't think I could do it again. And I was like, I mean, he's probably right, though.
But, no, what I was going to say. But yeah, no, it got me into animation now to where like I've learned like a decent amount of Blender. You know what I mean? Blender is a 3D animation like software.
It's a 3D rendering.
Yeah, where you can create and animate, things. And I've made like a donut. I remade the.
He was very proud of this donut.
I was very, very proud.
Very proud of that donut.
It looked really good.
It looked all right. I wouldn't eat it personally, but there was no glisten to it. That's the thing about a good donut. It has to have a good glisten.
It sprinkles on it. I hate sprinkles.
That's a bad donut, dude.
It looked good though. But then also I remade the Five Nights at Freddy's like office, and then I was making my own animatronic for it and shit. Learned a bunch of stuff. So knowing what I know about 3D animation and like how long it takes just to render a fucking donut, granted it was like a hyper realistic donut, on how long it took back in like 1993 that Toy Story came out in it, how long it would have took to make that movie. It took me weeks to make that fucking donut. Granted, I spent like hours doing it.
Well, and also learning it. And
I had to learn
doing
and everything. So I already know like how long it took to do that. To make an entire feature-length film, like an hour and a half movie.
This is why there's also not one person doing it, but a team of people doing it.
Even like a team. I'm just like, this took fucking ever.
Oh yeah, that's why they say animated movies take years to actually come out. And the thing is what they have an issue with is, are the things that they're referencing in those movies going to be, still around when when those movies actually come out. You know what I mean?
But yeah, and like with animation, it is such a tedious fucking thing. Like everything I love doing is so tedious and so annoying that I've learned. Like editing is so fucking tedious, but like the animation, just like finding the right things, you have to use like references of size, like whenever you're animating it to make it make sense, and it's a fucking process, man.
It is a process. That's why I don't do it.
But
I just like enjoying that content.
I would say. What would be like your runner-up after that?
For Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Inside Out, I think, is my favorite one. Runner-up, I love Wreck-It Ralph, man.
Wreck-It Ralph, like especially like the second one, I've
really watched a lot more Pixar movies than I have Disney animations, but I think Wreck-It Ralph is really good. Big Hero 6 was also really good.
Big Hero 6 was cool.
I love Big Hero 6.
I think
puberty?
I think they actually classify him as a Marvel character now or something like that.
I think so too, but the animation process was done by Pixar.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, it was made by Pixar like were made by Disney like way before they acquired the rights,
Right.
but then they eventually like made them
Right.
like actual.
Yeah,
like,
so I think in
heroes
order
and
it'd be
shit.
Inside Out and then Big Hero 6. I do love Big Hero 6. And Annie, I love Big Hero 6. It's a good movie, man.
Very
It's
good.
a
It's
very
sad,
good.
too.
The plot twist there at the end, I did not see coming.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, in the beginning when
the brother dies.
Tanaki dies, dude. Or is it Tanaki? I think it's
I don't
Tanaki. I don't remember. I haven't seen it. I saw it last year, but I haven't seen it again.
But
Tanaka? I think it's Tanaka.
that sounds more right. I don't know what I would say my runner-up. Like, as it's so hard to pick. Besides Toy Story, because like I said, it's like my first. It's my go-to. So it's really hard to pick one because I do and I enjoy a lot of the newer ones, like the Turning Red or whatever with like the
That
red
was
panda.
good.
That was a really
That
good
was very
movie.
good.
Inside Out's great. What was some other ones? The Element or Elemental or whatever.
I haven't
with, like,
seen
the
Elemental.
fire girl.
I also
and the
haven't
water
seen
guy.
Lucas or
Luca or whatever. That one was all right.
I haven't seen
I didn't mind that one. But the Element or Elemental or whatever.
Soul. I really like Soul.
I've stayed away from Soul
Soul
because of
gets
existential crisis.
Yeah, Soul gets you a little. It gets you a little. But I
Like-
love that movie. I've
like,
watched it a few times.
that's
It's
not-
a very good movie.
That's not something I need because, like, I'll be honest, like, because like my anxiety goes up like here and there, because like, even right now I'm a
It's
little.
a Disney movie. Someone had to get yeeted.
It's a Disney.
The fuck is she talking about?
It's a Disney movie. Someone had to get yeeted.
That's what I said.
I'm rereading it to try to make it make sense. You know what I mean?
The problem is we have a delay, right? Just like any live stream, and when we keep talking and talking, we don't know what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
And
You're gonna have to clarify,
Annie, you're gonna
Annie.
have to clarify. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Elemental or Element, whatever it's called.
I've heard Elemental is really good. Elements? Or
I don't
something?
know.
I don't know. But
It's-
I know the kids have watched it, and
it's
I've
such
heard it's good.
it's such a good movie. Like one, like it's a nice. I'll say it. I'm a huge sap for love stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
Big fucking
Big puss.
big Gaylord Fokker over
I'm
here
a
for
gay
love.
Lord Fokker.
Yeah, for the love stuff. And
A Disney movie someone had to get often.
Yeeted is off. Oh,
Yeah, but what movie are you talking about?
it's a Disney movie where someone.
Oh,
had to get-
Big Hero 6. She's talking about
Oh.
Big Hero 6 because the
The-
end of it.
Oh, he's somebody that had to.
Somebody died like fully
yeah.
at the end.
Well, no, that's another thing about all Disney movies and like Pixar movies. Like the whole thing is sad.
No,
'cause, like,
we got it. We put it together. We are the dumb ones, Annie. You're
because like Andy's dad's dead.
yeah,
You know, like that's kind of fucked.
pretty brutal.
And then like you got the whole.
But they don't say that like outright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of
Well,
put
so-
it together.
So many people die in Disney movies though, like the fathers or like it's
always
usually the father.
It's usually the dad.
But because like I mean, fuck,
It's
Mufasa.
some male figure.
Yeah,
You know, in all Disney movies, some male figure has died.
it's pretty fucked.
Always.
Pretty fucked. And then,
I don't
like,
know, Inside Out,
the-
nobody actually dies.
the whole connection to Jesse's old owner
yeah.
was
Fucking sad.
Andy's dad.
And fucking sad.
Well, I mean Andy's mom.
It's
Yeah.
fucking sad.
Dude, that song, that song, "Somebody Love Me," and like that part of Toy Story 2
Let
is
me-
fucking awesome.
Let me tell you guys, I don't cry like ever. I think Up was the last movie I cried at, and it was the beginning of it. It was the beginning.
Yeah.
It was the fucking beginning of that movie.
Weird because the beginning of the movie is sad.
And
as
I'm
shit.
like, dude, what am I watching?
Yeah. And then it's just nothing but fun after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just a good fucking time.
Like, why'd you smack me in the
Yeah.
face right off the bat?
Yeah, dude. It was like a gut punch straight from the nuts.
I think that's like a way to keep you interested because I feel like if they would have held that for the end, it wouldn't like.
it wouldn't have hit the same.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to punch you now to make you stay.
Yeah.
It's like it's holding you for
It's like
ransom
Disney
at that
movies is
point.
like it's a tragic at the beginning and then it's just a good fucking time the rest of it. It's always how it is.
Oh,
That got blocked.
makeshift rain. So many people died in Up. Did a bunch of people die in Up?
I remember.
I know the bad guy died. I think he like
Yeah.
fell off the
Yeah.
fucking thing and died.
I remember his wife dying, and I remember the dude dying. Did all the dogs die with him? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, the 3 dogs, the 3 bad dogs.
3? Brother, there were like 50.
Oh, I just thought of like the main three bad ones that were after them.
I don't know,
but
you're gonna have to tell us how many people died.
Do a death count.
Yeah,
right now.
Watch the movie.
Watch the movie right now.
Yeah, watch the movie and tell us how many people died in the movie Up.
And their baby. Their baby?
What? In Up?
They had a child in Up?
Did they? I was going to say, she was in the hospital. Did she miscarry? But she was on
I thought she was just got diagnosed.
I feel like I might be blanking. She might have gone to the hospital more than once. She miscarried. Yeah, she was in the hospital more than once. Because at the end, she just died in the hospital. But then, like, in their, like, 2030 era, she was in the hospital or talking to a doctor. And I'm pretty sure they had a miscarry or she was infertile or something like that. Because they never, like, directly say, but all those context clues you get from just watching
maybe it's been a minute since I watched it. I'm going to have to watch the beginning of it because that's fucked.
Yeah. So
that makes it even sadder. That's the saddest.
Carl had a rough life, brother.
No wonder he was a cranky old fucker.
Carl went from selling balloons to losing a child and a wife. And then almost losing his home.
No wonder.
Carl had he was a grumpy man for a reason. The baby, the wife, the bad guy, multiple dogs during the first chase after escaping the blimp. People hate me for this, but Russell for sure died trying to climb from under the porch. Hold on.
I don't know. I don't remember enough about it to
Russell was definitely at the end of the movie, though, wasn't
he? Yeah, because they even made little shorts after the fact. So canonically, he's still alive because they made shorts after that movie came out.
Whose phone's going off?
I'm getting a fucking call. But it's not on loud. Whoever's calling me...
It's not on loud and it is not allowed.
If you're calling me and you're watching the show, stop. Because I can't answer it because we use my phone for the camera. Now, if you have me on Discord, we can patch you in. Call now to
caller number
1-800-SWEET-NOSTALGIA.
1-800-SAFE-AUTO.
So, if whoever's calling me has me on Discord, feel free to call me there. I'm loading up Discord right now.
He said, patch me in.
Oh, it's Garrett.
It's Garrett.
All right, hold on.
He's like, I got to clear the air about this whole Up thing.
Hey, Garrett, call me personally on there. Don't join, because I don't want other people accidentally joining that chat. So just call me personally on Discord.
You just add him to the podcast channel. That's too much work.
That's why I didn't do it. Why can't we hear it?
There we go.
There he is.
All right. So we can hear you. Let's make sure before to start talking a little bit, we want to make sure that you come through.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself so that way we can make sure you're coming through.
What up, my people? I happen to be Garrett. Oh, God, I hear it twice.
Okay, you can hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself and y'all twice. I was going crazy for a second there.
Okay, at least you can be heard. Right on.
Okay,
so what's the call about, caller?
So
caller number one.
Wife definitely had a miscarriage, so the baby died.
Yeah.
The wife died. The bad dude. So many dogs, without people realizing it, fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
when they first escaped from the blimp.
Yeah, because he had a lot of dogs on that blimp, dog.
Here's the thing, though. The main 3 bad dogs survived that bullshit.
Yeah. The 2 pincers and the pit bull.
Bulldog or whatever.
The bulldog, the pincher, and the pit bull.
And then this part, very much not confirmed because, Russell does show up in other shorts and stuff after the fact.
Annie wants in. Get Annie in this call.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. Put Annie in.
How do I add her? How do I get her in here?
I think I got it right here.
Oh, there it is.
Are you adding her in? Switch over to the call.
There's one.
Annie.
She's coming in.
And while we're waiting for Annie, the reason I say Russell.
Yeah, explain the Russell thing.
not many people remember it, but towards the end of the blimp thing, Russell's hanging onto a rope and could not climb that thing to save his life. There is no way he crawled out from under that porch and did not fall to his death.
But you see him at the end, though, Garrett.
This is true. You also see Casper throughout the entire movie. It doesn't mean he's not a ghost.
He's not wrong.
Okay,
He's
dude,
not
fair
wrong.
enough.
Never mind, connection sucks.
You got stage fright. Don't make excuses, Andy. You got stage fright. No, dude, I guess it could be in that whole, like, theory thing that, Russell actually did die instead of making that, and they just, played it off like he didn't.
Here's the thing. Carl's old.
Carl is old.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Dementia?
it's dementia. Schizophrenia.
I mean, he did put it like
He is talking to a dog.
He put 5,000 balloons on a house.
That is pretty wacky.
Flew it to
wacky,
South
dude.
America.
So
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, actually, though.
no, I never really thought about that.
I didn't
That's
either.
Fucked.
That's super
Yeah.
fucked. I mean, the miscarriage alone makes it super fucked.
That makes it outside of like
That opening scene is much more sad than people realize.
Finding that out now, like I'm not going to be able to watch it the same, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot harder than it was before.
Yeah, it sucks.
Annie, are you wanting to try it again to patch in caller number 2?
So, Gary,
Here,
I don't know how long
to make it.
I don't know how long you've been here. What would you think your favorite Pixar movie is?
Favorite Pixar? Ooh, that's so tough. Wait, because like
Yeah, it's a tough one for me too.
you put me on the spots. Now all that's showing up in my head is fucking Toy Story. So I have to go find the list here.
Wow.
Am I allowed to cuss on here before I
Yes, sir.
continue just blowing
yeah.
your
You're
shit?
good. Yeah. No, and it's okay to like double up on stuff. You know
I
what I
was
mean?
say, if you want to pick Toy Story, pick Toy Story. I mean, it's an incredible movie.
Oh, it's kind of a two-parter. It was
I mean, we had a primary and a runner-up.
A Bug's Life,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
and which is a part of A Bug's Life, Jerry's Game, which is Steel's
Jerry's
guy
Game.
playing chess with himself.
Oh,
Oh,
he's playing chess with himself.
No, that's another thing about
Yeah.
Pixar, dude. The Pixar shorts
Are
are
incredible.
all like super good.
They're good.
Like
I
before
watched
the
the
Big
short.
Bang.
I
of,
watched
like,
the
shorts.
short of that toy cleaner in Toy Story when he
Yep.
cleaned Woody. I
Yep.
watched that short too.
So those are a lot of
I
those
could
like
fall
newer ones.
fucking asleep to that shit, man.
No, that Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
It is the best
It is
out
the
of the
best.
whole franchise.
It's a very rare thing when sequels are better than the first one, but they pull it off. Dude.
Like, there's nothing wrong with the first Toy Story, nothing wrong with the second one. Don't really fuck with the third one.
I don't know.
Fourth one's very good.
From what I've seen of the third one, it looks interesting.
It's not bad.
I mean, Barbie and Ken,
but
that's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, and it's Michael Keaton that plays Ken.
It's pretty funny.
But the fourth Toy Story is sad as shit. I'll tell you that.
I haven't.
For a
Of
for-
course, I've only seen the first Toy Story. I haven't seen any others.
for a huge
But,
Toy Story fan.
Disney Princess, Garrett. Who we talking? Who we thinking?
In what way? Like favorite or
Yeah, your
Or you
favorite.
don't-
Not,
no, a
not the one.
sexual way,
Not the
Garrett.
one you want to clap. No, you're
look. I just had to make sure.
no,
Fair
your
enough.
your actual favorite one, like that you've enjoyed, that like you watch, or
Yeah.
or maybe identify as, whatever
you
one
identify as a
you associate yourself
Moana.
with.
Man, that one's real tough. Princess.
Which one did you pick,
Well-
Ryan? I don't remember.
Tangled.
Tangled. That's right. Rapunzel.
Well,
That's
Rapunzel.
valid.
yeah.
One.
Okay,
I
if
picked,
I'm
the,
going
I picked the
Disney,
lady
Disney,
from that Atlantis movie, Garrett, just for a point of reference.
Dude, that's so valid.
I dude.
Oh, I
Right.
think Annie's on the call. Annie, are you in here?
Oh, hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Caller number 2.
Really quick, I just wanted to add on to the Up thing. There's a whole theory that he died too with Russell,
Mhm.
Oh,
and
that
their
Carl died?
Up adventure is like them going into the afterlife.
Afterlife. What?
Is South
Yeah,
Africa
like
heaven?
It's South Africa.
There's like a whole back.
That's where
thing
good
to it
folk go
that
to die,
is, again,
brother.
unconfirmed, but
That's crazy.
That's
actually,
wild.
like Carl died with Russell. Weird.
Yeah, like.
Not just dementia.
Well,
but
because I mean, the thing is, he could have just died of old age in the house.
murder suicide.
I mean, I wouldn't fucking blame him.
Look,
Yeah, fuck that Russell
look,
kid.
if we If we look past all the physics that those balloons carrying the house poses,
Yeah. His house was made of
They're-
plywood. If those balloons are
Balsa
carrying
wood.
it. Yeah, balsa
Yeah.
wood. Yeah, those little ton depressors.
that
The doctors use.
storm struck the house.
For sure. Those balloons are dusted.
Yeah, I was about to
No,
say.
no
I mean,
amount of
that boy's
helium in the
being
world could save that
The
balloon.
pressure of going so
Yeah,
high alone
altitude alone. Yeah.
could fucking pop
Mhm.
the
I
balloon.
mean, they're not weather balloons, which are literally meant to withstand high
yeah,
altitude
they're
pressure.
just they're just party clown balloons.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I
just
mean?
like.
yeah. So like,
No, yeah, Garrett, back to you. What's Disney Princess? What's up?
also, you, Annie, you're back. You're in here. You can hit us with all the same stuff if you got answers to it.
Yeah,
Does Road to El Dorado count as Disney?
I asked that.
It's a
No, it's not.
DreamWorks
It's
movie.
DreamWorks.
Damn. Okay, well that was going to be the choice.
Yeah, dude, she's-
I
she's
fought your
thick.
sister. She fights like a man.
She's thick. The princess in there. I'll say that.
low key, probably Beauty and the Beast. Belle.
Bell.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
a pretty good bell.
Hot librarians, dude. What can I say?
I mean, you're not wrong.
That was my pick until I remembered that Atlantis was a movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
Something
that's
about
so
white
bad.
hair, man.
I-
Kita's really good. I like her.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, man.
What was her name, Annie?
Kita?
Keeta? That's right.
Cool. Has a hot name, dude.
Either Keeta or Kita. I don't remember.
Keto.
Keto.
I thought it was Kida.
She is my diet.
Keeta.
I'll tell you that. My
Ke-
wife is in that. I'm sorry, babe.
yeah, get fucked.
No, yeah, dude. So Belle was my first pick before
Bell of the ball.
Keeta. The Bella da Ball.
Bell can my balls. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
God almighty. Annie, Disney Princess. Which one you picking? You can double down. It's fine.
I figured that
I
maybe
was
you,
gonna say probably like Belle. Moana, does she kind of like a goddess technically? Because doesn't she get that?
No,
Spoiler, sorry.
she was a princess. I guess she could have like god powers, but I think she's still considered just a princess.
never mind. I thought we got like
I
a
do
new
like
subscriber,
Moana.
but
Moana's a good pick.
I haven't watched the second one. The theory of that
Yeah,
is
I
that
haven't seen it
it's
either.
actually Maui. That she's Maui's kid.
I've heard that
Because
too.
in the actual lore of
Yeah.
those people and
Yeah.
everything is
the Polynesians.
it Polynesian?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's something to do with like the words and shit like that and
like
everything.
playful.
But like that,
Yeah, Maui and Moana.
Yeah.
because they tend to do that in Polynesian. Like,
well, they do that in
societies
all
and-
the. If you pay attention to all the Disney movies, so every Disney movie, there's a certain assortment, and somebody can look it up for me and clarify which one it is. There's a certain number, is like 3 digits. It's in every fucking Pixar movie. It has something to do with Disney or something like that. There's a certain array
Oh,
of
they're
numbers.
the room they animated it in.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was looking at you. I was like, because I've heard this before, and I knew
Yeah.
the answer, and it was the room that they animated.
Yeah,
in.
there's a certain numbers, and if you pay attention to every Pixar movie, there is if you go back to like Toy Story, there's a reference to the next movie that they're going to be putting out.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look, yeah, I forget which one it is. You look in one movie, you see a car that looks
Yeah,
like Tow
yeah.
Mater.
And there was
And
one
then-
that there was a snowman built that looked like Olaf.
Yeah, and then and not in Toy Story. Yeah, in Toy Story, you see or no
cook?
in Monsters Inc.
Oh, Monsters!
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Monsters
I
Inc.
love Monsters Inc. We'll get into it in a second.
But in Monsters Inc., you see Jessie, a Jessie
yeah,
doll,
that's right.
and everything.
Yeah, in what's her
then-
name's room actually.
Boo.
And
Yeah,
then
Boo's room.
in one of the scenes too, you see whenever one of the monsters like leave a room and they're like super scared, they're coming out of Sid's room.
Yeah,
They like that has the
it's
same.
that same door.
You see, you see the same poster that he has in his stuff, and then you remember at the end of Monsters Inc. whenever Randall got sent to that trailer
Oh yeah,
and everything, you see the fucking Pizza Planet truck
That's
outside.
right.
Yep.
There's so many
yeah,
references
dude. But
to
it's
other.
so good, man.
I
It's so
love it.
good. All right, Annie. Favorite Pixar movie? What are you thinking?
Up.
Up. Okay. I thought you were more
Definitely
interested
Up.
in that.
Or
but okay.
or Wally.
Wally.
Wally. I like Wally.
Ooh, That's
Wally?
so valid.
Really?
Wally.
I don't.
Yeah,
Wally's
I do.
very cute.
Wally's too close to how my life is, right? I am
Just fat floating around.
one cheeseburger away from being wheelchair bound for the rest of my life, dude.
I thought you meant Wally.
I was gonna say, like, is your favorite Bella because she too loves a big hairy man? That's why you're like, I like
You saying that, like, my wife is Belle and I'm the Beast?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not entirely untrue. My wife is very much smaller than me.
This tiny short lady
Yeah.
that has to deal with this big hairy man.
Yeah, that struggles with all of his inner demons constantly. Also scared to eat anything.
His inner demons, that being sugar.
Yeah. Hear that, babe? We are Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, sir.
I'll take it, I guess.
The inner demons, that being insulin.
Who would be? Jesus Christ! My inner demon, the drug insulin.
Yeah,
crazy.
Monthly
So
insurance.
Wally, what makes Wally your favorite, Ann?
That I do want to know that. Why is Wally?
No,
Like, he is cute.
He's
very
a cute robot. And
He's,
so is
he's a
host
little
Evie.
misunderstood robot, gets left alone, then he finds Eve and
I was gonna say because Eve
I don't know, it's
is
just
also
adorable.
a cute little robot, but those humans are assholes.
Oh yeah.
Those humans are dicks.
Yeah,
But
fuck
it's
the human.
That movie just makes me sad through the entirety of it. Like, it's cool when he touches the stars and stuff like that. It's a visually great movie, but all in all, it's just super. It's a bummer. It's a cowabummer, dude.
How a bummer, bud.
How a bummer.
No, that's why I won't watch Soul.
I
'Cause
love Soul
Soul-
so much, man.
Soul puts me in that because
Genuinely, now I'm gonna get a little sappy here, but that like Soul is what it genuinely feels like for me to listen to music. You know what I mean?
yeah, because I know the movie has more like the soul and like music and soul into that, but obviously I think like the dude's soul.
Yeah.
Actually,
no,
like-
he physically dies.
Yeah.
He's
So-
a dead man.
So for me, and like we've talked about it a little bit, that just breeds existential crisis.
Yeah.
I have anxiety.
Because
like
it deals a lot with what happens in the afterlife and what goes
Yeah.
on. And the dude like physically struggles with like, I don't want to go through this door because I don't know what's going to happen to me.
like because I'm somebody that deals with anxiety. Fuck, like I'll be real. I'll be vulnerable. I've been having like a little bit of anxiety like during this show. You know what I mean? Just because like it just hits me. I have general anxiety, so sometimes it just hits me out of nowhere. You know what I mean? That's why I've been kind of fidgeting in my chair and sitting the way that I am right now because like my anxiety just kind of kicked
Yeah.
in for some stupid fucking reason.
You can always, hey,
So-
for all you listeners and watchers out there, when he perches on his chair, that's when anxiety hits.
A little bit. But so watching that movie, I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna fucking freak out. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I won't do it.
You got to be pretty medicated to
Like,
watch that movie.
but at the same time, I'm still somebody like that story I told you where like I drove to Tennessee
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
nothing, and I just fought my inner demons.
Yeah,
so it's like I gotta
fuck
watch
that.
it. But
Can't do that.
but yeah, that whole aspect of it. That's why I won't watch Soul.
Yeah.
I kind of leave it out, because of that.
So if you guys had to pick like new school Disney versus old school Disney, which one are you picking?
Old school.
Old school? Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Annie?
I would have to go old too.
Old?
Some of the new ones,
Really?
they are really good. Yeah. Some of the new ones are really good, but like, it's just something about like the old.
I can see that. I
grew
think
up with it.
for me specifically, I think the new school is more my speed because they have a lot like more funny bits in it, and I'm
I-
a sucker for comedy.
it goes back into like I said once again, like stay away from the political aspect of it. It goes back into like it is a different time period, and it leaves like
Yeah.
there's not much politics into it.
all
what I
the
mean?
main characters were white.
Like yeah, back in the good days,
Yeah.
But no, I that's like a lot of it. Like no matter what way you spin it, it left politics out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It,
it left-
like you said, it was a different time, but also I don't really, like I said, I don't care. I'm not gonna get too into it, but I like the new ones because they have funny bits in them. I just think that the jokes that they pull in some of them is like
Yeah.
the Frozen movie. Everything that involves Kristoff is always funny to me.
Oh yeah.
Like the song "You Are My True North" is such a funny fucking song to me. It's so funny
Also,
to me.
yeah, the jokes get like a little bit more relatable,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
Like the movies get a little bit
that's
more relatable.
why I like the new ones more
There's
because like the old ones are just like princess, damsel in distress. You know, they're falling in love with this prince that doesn't know that they're in love with them. Blah 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 blah, and a bunch of magic hoodoo voodoo shit. And I'm like, I mean,
that's
great.
good.
Yeah,
but...
great. It's a formula that works for them, but for children. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, if I'm going to enjoy the movie and not just be there because my kid wants to watch it, it's the bits for me. It's the jokes.
No, I mean that's fair. What would you? We've been talking all day about our favorites. What's like your worst,
least favorite? That's a great question. That's a damn good question.
You guys in chat hit us with it, and then obviously Annie and Garrett, you guys hit us with your
least favorite Disney movie.
That's a bit
wow.
So Disney and Pixar. We'll do Disney and Pixar. Also, okay,
Fuck.
I want to honorable mention before we talk about the worst, Dinosaurs.
That's an old one.
No. I love that movie.
Love Dinosaurs. So I'm not saying that as a bad one. I'm saying
movie. That's
I'm saying as a good one. I'm saying before we say the bad ones, I want to say an honorable mention of a favorite, Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs was a good one.
That and Land Before Time, because that's Disney as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Land Before Time.
Is it really?
Ooh.
Yeah, Land Before Time is Disney.
I did not know that was Disney at all.
Yeah, you got Ducky. Yep.
Yeah, I remember all of that because I had all 16 of them on VHS.
That's another very sad thing.
Yeah.
So that's outside of Disney, but if you didn't know this, the voice actress for Ducky, the little girl, her dad murdered her as a child.
Ooh.
Very dark thing. I don't remember exactly. It's not Disney?
No, Land Before Time. It's a Universal Pictures.
Ah, we'll get
Yeah,
fired.
I thought so.
Well, still, there's some sad shit to make you cry at night.
Yeah, just at night though. Don't cry during the day. That makes you a pansy.
Yep. But yeah,
don't cry when people can see you.
yeah, be a man.
No, least favorite Disney movie or Disney Pixar, whatever. I think that's
hard.
That's a tough one. That's a very tough one. If I'm gonna be real with you, and I think it's gonna have to be Mulan.
Why don't you
as my least favorite? I just never really. I don't know, dude. Like, it was a good movie, right? But if I have to pick my least favorite one, I think I'm picking Mulan.
Can I pick 3?
Yeah,
yeah,
you
sure,
can.
man.
Start an argument.
The last 3 of the Star Wars Skywalker.
Okay.
trilogy.
Okay. All right, Garrett. We said on top. We're not talking Marvel and Star
we're
Wars.
going
Okay.
to.
We'll touch on it. We'll touch on it later. But right now we're gonna stick with the traditional Disney stuff. They're cartoons.
Because we can't talk.
I mean,
about
you
Disney
can talk
without
about Disney Channel if you want. I don't fucking like Hannah Montana. How about that?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked
I
about
grew
Disney
up on Hannah
Channel.
Montana.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. We'll talk about Disney Channel here in a second for sure too. Because I forgot about Disney Channel. I was just thinking.
Well,
about
we
the
did talk
movies
about
and
Disney
stuff.
Channel a lot on our cartoons.
Yeah,
episode.
that's probably why it made me not think of it. I will say
101. You know what? No, 101 Dalmatians. I do not like that movie.
It's all right. It's I was about to say
I can
Zootopia. I
stand
didn't really
it.
fuck with Zootopia.
I like Zootopia.
I didn't really
Dude,
fuck
I
with
love-
Zootopia because I don't really like what it bred. If you know what I mean.
Shakira.
A lot of
Yeah.
very weird stuff
Yep.
came out of Zootopia.
Yep.
And I don't
One
like it.
involving that bunny.
Yep, and I don't like it.
Yeah, dude. No, I don't like 101 Dalmatians too much. Although I do like the dog name of Ponyo. I think that's pretty cool. What are you thinking, Garrett? Older Disney movie, Disney Pixar?
Man, that is.
Trying to
that's
think of
tough.
ones like I just
Annie,
don't
you've been
like.
cooking. What you got?
Yeah.
Mine's probably Sword in the Stone.
Are you serious?
What?
You're joking.
Yeah. No.
Annie Panties is taking a
Ooh.
step into the hot
Ooh,
takes here.
wait.
That's crazy.
No one's gonna.
She said,
gonna
"I
get
don't
it.
like Sword in the Stone, dude."
Hey, if you
I
thought
have
that was a
seen
hot
that
take.
movie hundreds of times.
Ah, man, you thought that was a hot take. I cannot even get through the intro of a Jungle Book.
Okay.
I don't. So
Okay.
I'll say I don't really fuck with Jungle Book.
I've
all that
never
much.
seen Jungle Book, but I know that it's a hit and miss for.
So
a lot of
here's a
people.
cool thing. You can look this up. It's actually a true thing. I don't know which one came out first between this scene in Pooh Bear and a scene in Jungle Book, but if you look it up, Pooh Bear and Jungle Book, they use the same exact scene, animation, fucking frame by fucking frame of the kid from Jungle Book and Christopher Robin walking on like a tree, and they just changed what he walked on, and he was like rolling and like tumbled off of shit. Same exact animation, same thing. They just reskinned it, but it's the same.
They did that a
skeleton
lot
movie.
because it was
I
also
gonna say,
Robin Hood.
They're saving
Yeah.
time.
No, it saves time, but like
Robin Hood, that's a good poll. I haven't seen that movie in
they
a
used
long
the
time.
same exact animation. Didn't change a fucking beat.
I
of it.
actually have a Robin Hood T-shirt
Really?
of that rooster that says "Oodalali, golly, what a day." That's
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 cool.
a Robin Hood thing. I fucking love that song too, man.
I don't know.
Robin Hood, Little John walking through the forest. Oodalali, golly, what a day.
I don't know if there's like any. Oh, we didn't talk about this Goofy movie. It's not a bad
Well,
one.
no, it's a fucking.
You know that's 30 years old.
I just saw that on Facebook.
Yeah,
the
it's
other
a
day.
30-year-old
It's one
movie.
of my favorite fucking movies of all time, and Eye to Eye is one of my favorite songs of all time, dude.
Is that the song name?
Yeah, it's I, the number 2, and the letter I.
I didn't know that was the name.
Yeah.
Right. So, I brought this one up, I think it was either last episode or the one before. Brave Little Toaster.
Brave Little
Oh
Toaster.
wow!
I love the Brave Little
Oh,
Toaster. I did
wow.
not realize that was
Yeah,
Disney.
imagine your appliances coming to life. Oh, just imagine for a second you could talk to your toaster. You know, the one that you put in your bathtub.
I do it all the time.
He had the gun the whole time.
Your toaster had the gun.
Here's
the whole
another
time.
one, The Aristocrats.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't mind that one.
I don't know. I don't. There's not many that I like absolutely hate that are like I think that are the worst. There's just ones that I
that's
don't
why
really
I
like.
said there's the one that I don't really like too. Well, it's a good movie, but I didn't really resonate with it, and that was Mulan for me. You know, I mean, it was like I said, it was a good movie. Eddie Murphy did a great Mushu, but like,
Yeah, he did.
it was all right. Wasn't anything to write home about, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. I think they're all pretty fucking good.
Yeah, they're.
Like they're not bad. Like there's just like ones I wouldn't
Oh no,
put
that
on.
new Buzz movie kind of sucked.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Anna said that she didn't mind it.
It was a cool premise. I'll give them that.
Oh, Onward. Onward is a great fucking movie.
We didn't talk about Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is a fucking hood classic.
Certified. Banger.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I can really pick ones that I just don't like.
Everyone gave theirs, Ryan. You have to give one. All three of us. You're the only one left.
'Cause I like them all. Maybe Cars 3 just because it's right here in front of me.
What?
I didn't. Maybe I like
Never
the old
seen
Cars.
it, but I'll take your word for it. So,
I don't know, man.
which movie do you think had the best sequel?
Toy Story,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
hands down. Toy Story. Toy Story 2 was fucking awesome.
I guess I could have seen that one coming. I haven't seen it, so
Yeah, because like you got that's when you get Jesse and you get
Yeah.
Bullseye.
yeah.
You get that scene that we just talked about.
Prospector. That was fun.
That's a bad villain.
That's a good villain. Yeah, yeah, guys. Who favorite Disney villain? Who you guys picking?
And the guy that voiced him, what was his name? Fuck. He played Beast in the X-Men movie.
I have no idea.
I was gonna say Kramer, but not Kramer. He was in a movie. He was in a
like Seinfeld. Kramer?
he was in a show around the time
You
that Seinfeld was really
stupid
big.
man.
He was in the TV series. Like
Yeah,
he was like
yeah. You're talking about Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer, Kramer,
No,
Jerry. You know,
Jerry. No, guys. Favorite Disney villain? Annie, Garrett.
Yzma.
Yzma. Okay.
Ember's New Groove.
Crunk.
Oh, yeah.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Wrong lever.
Pull my lever, Crunk.
Oh, okay. Annie, who you speaking about? Who you talking
Who
about?
you speaking?
Who you speaking to?
What's the words coming out your face?
The crab from Moana or Maleficent.
The crab from Moana is fucking funny, dude.
I was a drab little crab once.
Dude, it's
Such
cool.
oh, dude, that song is so good.
But yeah,
I
I
wanna be shiny.
that song
I
was pretty
love
fun.
that song, dude.
No, I'll say it again. Maleficent is just kind of cool. I like it's just because what she's like a demon dragon thing
She's a
or something
witch.
like that. Oh
She's
yeah, I know
just a
she's a
witch.
witch, but
No, she's just a witch.
I thought
That's
she had
all
like
is.
wings and shit too.
But she turns into a dragon because she's a witch.
So yeah, so she's still a dragon. If she turns into a dragon, by definition, she's a dragon.
So, I mean, yeah, no.
You know, I'm gonna be dragging these fucking nuts across your head next time you argue with me.
Well,
Wait, is she a dragon or is she a fur?
Nah, we don't use that language.
And that's why
Garrett.
we don't like Zootopia.
We don't use that language, Garrett.
I apologize.
No, I'm just fucking with you. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You can say furry. No, but that's genuinely what we were talking about when we were talking about Zootopia.
Yeah, I don't like
It
that.
spawned a
That's
a
what-
whole
I mean, that stuff's
whole
been
breed
around.
of people about Judy Hopps, man.
This stuff's been around for a while, and it's been around before Zootopia. But Zootopia, I feel like, just
It
really
ramped
skyrocketed
it up.
that
really,
stuff.
really ramped it up. Man.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, there was another thing of Disney. I mean, you brought up Disney Channel. I know we talked about. We won't go too heavy into it since we talked a lot about it in Disney.
Oh, real
the
quick.
cartoons.
Who's your guys' favorite Disney sidekick? Not side character, but like the main character's sidekick.
I think, yeah, I can see that could move.
Crickets.
I
I forgot that we had that button. It's like a real talk show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got callers and sound
We got
effects,
callers
man.
and sound effects. We've gone.
This show's gone a lot farther. You know what I mean? We got 2 callers on the line simultaneously.
And a soundboard.
We're fucking professionals now. You know what I mean?
I think mine would be Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon.
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 Well, wouldn't they be? Because Lion
Timon.
King 1.5 made them like actual characters, though.
But what do you mean actual
Yeah,
characters?
but before
Like they're the main
that, they were
characters.
sidekick.
And
Well, yeah, because it was just like a big side quest. You know
what about
I mean?
what about the whole cartoon that they had, The Adventures of Timon and Pumbaa?
They're still side characters because that's but they're a main character in their own show. But we're talking about like Lion King. That's where they came from.
Okay,
So they're still a side character from that.
all right.
Seth
Or if that one
Rogen
doesn't count, Miko.
as
Miko? Was that the
Miko?
raccoon's name in
Oh, Pocahontas. Yeah, Miko. Pocahontas. the
Miko
raccoon.
and whatever the bird was?
I don't remember the bird.
I don't remember the.
I remember the
bird's name
raccoon. The raccoon.
I mean,
was
they didn't
cute.
talk, but they were kind of funny, like their reactions and things.
either.
Yeah.
Garrett,
That was-
who are you thinking?
who was Gaston's sidekick? Because that dude was right or die.
Oh,
Wasn't Gaston a villain?
Gaston is the villain, and then his little chode of a dude walking around with him. What was his name?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna look it up for you.
But I still put Big Al as a good runner-up villain.
His name was Lufo or
Lufo.
LeFou.
LeFou.
Yeah, LEFOU. LeFou.
I see that big ass little finger. He's
Yeah,
got that
dude, that
thumb
little
for a.
sausage, little Vienna sausage for
Little-
hands.
Yeah, dude, he has a fucking thumb for an index
Of
finger.
course, he played
Oh, the guy that voiced fucking Olaf.
Yeah, he did LeFou.
Of course he did.
Of course he did, dude. Oh, that's crazy. No, yeah, LeFou's a good pull. No one fights like Gaston.
But oh yeah, he was such an ass sucker, dude.
Yeah.
Dude had fucking brown teeth from how much he sucked that dude's ass.
And you could,
That's what
dude.
I'm saying,
and
dude.
his teeth are complete strangers, man.
Absolutely
Not even close to being connected.
different area codes and all.
Yeah.
You have to fucking press 1 to get out. You know what I mean?
Braces can't fix your teeth gap like that, brother. It's crazy.
But yeah, into like Disney Channel, like because I don't want to stay in there too long because like obviously we had the 2
Yeah.
cartoon episodes where we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah, Disney Channel.
But-
I mean, but they had good original movies. You know.
Yeah.
Look at the Irish.
Look,
Huh?
The Irish was
Look,
good.
oh, look at the Irish. Oh yeah, that was a good one. I
Look at
totally
the
forgot
Irish
about
was
that
good,
movie.
yeah.
That was a good one. I just had another memory. The one where that boy turns into a mermaid or whatever.
Okay.
Like I don't remember what the fuck it's called, but like he starts get or he turns into like a fucking fish, like a flounder or something. I don't know.
Sounds
But
special.
yeah, I don't know. He
Is
starts.
Free Willy a
Sounds
Disney
early
movie?
2000 Disney.
What was that, Garrett?
It's like that sounds very early 2000s.
Oh,
Disney.
no,
Yeah,
it
for
was.
sure.
It was definitely 2000s.
Or like what all those surfer girls that turned into mermaids.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't remember the name of that.
Dude, what was the It was the high schoolers that could time travel, and they had like
High School Musical.
snowsuits.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
He said high schoolers, man. I have no idea what he said after that, actually.
That could time travel.
Oh.
Sky high. just started saying the wrong.
Yeah, the wrong thing. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Minutemen.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
That one-
Minutemen, yeah.
That one was all right. That one was a bit later 2000.
Oh, they had the Wizards of Waverly Place movie,
I think
which
it
I
was
liked.
7.
That was fun.
You said 2007?
I think it was around then.
The only thing I remember on that time is, well, it's 2008. I associate time frames because 2008 is when Slipknot's All Hope Is Gone record came out.
Of course.
And that's how I
Your
reference
sense
back.
of time is album releases from Slipknot.
Kind of. Well, a little bit. Because after All Hope Is Gone, I didn't really give a fuck about their shit after that. I'm going to be real. I'm a huge Slipknot fan, but up until All Hope Is
until
Gone.
2008.
And so after that, like, it kind of just...
You hear that,
Died out
Slipknot?
for me.
That's almost 20 years of garbage.
Huge, huge fan of Slipknot. I owned...
Almost 20 years of straight poo that you've been putting out, guys.
I owned every bit of merchandise.
He's saying
CD,
Corey Taylor should
DVDs.
focus more on Stone Sour than Slipknot.
No. You should focus more on Slipknot, and I think
Yeah.
that's why everything after All Hope Was Gone, because he did focus more on Stone Sour
Yeah.
after 2008. So, because him and Jim Root, the guitarist that's also in
Yeah.
Stone Sour, both. Like, there was like a whole thing that Jim Root was going to leave Slipknot to focus on Stone Sour.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, why? You've been with Slipknot for fucking 3 decades at this point. Well,
Yeah.
not literally, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Close.
since 19, because their first album came out, well, their first big album came out in 99.
Oh, 1899?
Yeah. Came out in
This dumbass
1701.
This dumbass earlier said that Walt Disney was born in 1801. He died in 1966.
Hey, man, I was thinking
Oh
of
my
something in the
God.
1800s because I read something.
Yeah,
The
1812.
reason really did work.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah.
what, yeah.
So that's that
another
goes back
theory,
into us
yeah.
talking about conspiracy theories of the
Yeah,
fact
he wanted
that
to be frozen because he wanted. I mean, if you want to get really into it, he wanted to be frozen because he wanted to live when the time
Yeah.
when all the Jews didn't exist.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole thing of
Yeah.
the anti-system,
Yeah, anti-Semitic. Yeah,
anti-Semitic stuff like that.
yeah, he wanted to live when no Jews existed anymore.
Yeah.
So
Disney is a bunch of racists.
yeah, so
Apparently,
who knew Walt
this
Disney?
theory
Allegedly is
but you know, it's the thing.
pretty tight with the big H, if you know what I mean.
Jesus.
Hitler.
But yeah, no, it was like a theory of like that he was frozen. But I thought it was like that only his head.
Yeah, that's what. So what it was is that they cybernetically, like you remember Futurama? And
Yeah, they did, like,
Nix
something
and
like
Ted,
that.
Yeah, something like that, and froze his head
To like
yeah.
put him on like a mech. And
Yeah,
bring
well,
him back.
they were gonna unfreeze his head and clone him.
That's such crazy thinking.
What a timeline that is, right? He gets they get his head cut off and put into a cybernetically enhanced helmet to then be unfrozen and then cloned.
It's one thing to like carbon freeze the body or like the whole body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everything's stopping, so I don't know what the fuck you're worrying. Why you just chopping the head off
Just
is
the
one
head,
thing.
though, yeah.
But like doing that is a lot more.
Yeah.
I think is still a lot more plausible than chopping the fucking head off and putting you in some special goop.
Yeah, just
You know
because
what
you
I mean?
don't like Jews.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the whole thing of prolonging your life.
Yeah.
You know, to live into the future
It's so
of like
weird.
freezing yourself. Why don't you freeze the whole thing? Because what if they can't put your head back on a body?
It's storage costs, man.
Yeah.
It comes down to logistics.
You're Disney.
It just comes
Yeah,
down to
but-
logistics. You got to think the dollar was worth a lot more back then than it is now, and they knew inflation was going to hit.
Yeah,
He's
but
like,
at
yeah.
that point, if they're just gonna like take a sample from the head and clone them, why not just keep a random sample of them instead of the whole head?
Well, eventually it's gonna. I mean, all
Why don't
living
just
things,
jerk them off?
Yeah,
and
but
go
all
from
living
there?
things die. So like,
I don't know if it's frozen.
no, it still dies. It just dies at a slower rate. I mean, you put a piece of meat in a freezer, it only lasts so long.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've seen
Unless
the
you carbon
thing.
freeze it. I mean, if you
That's
actually
right.
if they actually genuinely carbon froze something, it could last.
I
a
mean,
lifetime.
I don't know the scientific advances back in 1801, but you know,
1801. Still sticking with that
I don't-
bit.
you know, maybe they had that stuff.
Maybe- yeah, before the
May-
Civil War.
Maybe science regressed and you know,
God.
maybe we used to be able to do a lot better things
Yeah,
back in
maybe,
1801.
maybe time travel.
Hey, I don't know
Who
what
knew?
We don't know what existed back in 1801.
There was a ray gun.
Apparently. Yeah.
Oh.
You ever read those files?
And
I
he
don't know
took
what I'm
off.
talking
And he said, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here."
But what? I feel like we're talking about these theories. I feel like we should like look them up more
Yeah,
and
look
like
up
get
some
a
theories.
little,
Let's look up
little-
some theories.
so that way we're a little bit more, educated in like the fucked up like
Yeah,
theories.
we're
I think
kind
that
of
was,
just
like the
talking.
that was like the big one. Oh yeah, because like we hate fact checking ourselves in this show. Fact checking is the worst thing in the world. Honestly, you should just get online and
The
spout
most-
random shit.
The
and
most
just see what
well-known
sticks.
theory about Walt Disney is the myth that he was cryogenically frozen after his death in 1966, with some believing his head was frozen and others his entire body. This theory, however, has been widely debunked. Disney was cremated after dying from lung cancer. He was a smoker. And his ashes are interred in Glendale, California.
Yeah, he's sitting there talking all this shit about those Jews. Look at you now. I'll let that one settle.
Yeah, just going to let it cook there for a second.
Let that joke cook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same fate.
What were Walt Disney's last words before he died? On his deathbed, Walt reportedly
He was Kurt
scribbled-
Russell.
Walt
Yeah.
reportedly
Thing.
scribbled several things on a pad. His last words were Kurt Russell.
Mhm.
No one, including Russell, knows why.
yeah, yeah.
What a weird thing,
Yeah, it was
dude.
Kurt Russell.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Walt
I'm
Disney
doing
a
that. I'm just
smoker?
writing
Yes, Walt
some
Disney
random
was a-
motherfuckers'
What, Garrett?
name. I said I'm doing that when I die. I'm just writing some random motherfucker's name down.
That'd be crazy.
I saw like one thing like it was like somebody that was like in the hospital and he just like started pretending like he was dying or whatever. He's like, no, they're next, like to like one of their family members right next to him, just to freak him out.
Well, yes, Walt Disney was a heavy smoker. He smoked cigarettes his entire life and even refused to give them up despite warnings. He died of lung cancer in 1966, according to a post on Facebook.
What, Walt Disney? What Disney got on Facebook?
Bro, he's so ahead of his time, man. What a social icon.
His wife died in '97.
He often
Facebook wasn't
smoked-
even allowed.
He often smoked until the butts were almost too short to hold. Oh my god.
That's when smoking was cool. Smoking was really
That was before
cool.
carbon fiberglass filters. That was when people were
Those
rolling.
cowboy
yeah,
killers.
they're rolling without any filter at all.
There's true cowboy
Hell
killers.
Did Walt Disney eat meat? In other words, he was a real meat and potatoes guy. According
the
to
fuck?
Mouse Planet, his daughter Diane once wrote that he also liked hamburgers, Western sandwiches, chicken livers, and roast beef sandwiches, but no
Is
expensive
any of
steak.
his? I highly doubt his children are. Well, maybe his children have to be like older.
Walt
much
Disney was
older.
afraid of mice.
That's fucked to think about.
Walt Disney was afraid of mice, yet he built his entire empire on them.
around a mouse.
As a kid growing up in
I mean-
Missouri, Walt Disney disliked mice. He found them creepy and unsettling whenever they scurried around the farm.
Look at Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say. So he got Batman into making his most iconic character.
Yeah, he did. He Batmaned his way through fucking
Oh
life
my
and
god,
made.
dude! There's so much information on the internet about Walt Disney. Walt Disney's favorite snack was oyster crackers.
I did hear about
He
that.
often
yeah.
kept them in his pocket, especially after
What?
eating chili. His wife Lillian also mentioned
Oyster
that
crackers are good though.
Walt carried nuts and crackers in his jacket pocket for simple snacks. Additionally, he enjoyed chili and crackers and would often eat chili at a studio commissary, according to D23.
Hey, man. Can't blame the dude. Chili's fucking great.
Walt
Chili
Disney's
is
favorite
good.
song was "Feed the Birds" from the film Mary Poppins. That's that show. That's the movie that I was talking about, the Walt Disney movie I was talking about earlier. It's a movie about the real life Mary Poppins and the inspiration behind making Mary Poppins.
Oh, Mary Poppins is a Disney movie.
It is a Disney movie, yeah. With Judy Garland, man.
And
What is Disney's
Van
biggest
Dyke?
weakness? Dependent. The primary weakness of Walt Disney is its dependence on the revenue generated for parks and resorts and media networks.
I was like, what's Walt Disney's weakness? Like
The
he has like
survivor.
he has a crit spot. like you're battling the final boss. The final boss is Walt Disney's head on the
Yeah,
like a
Walt
big
Disney's frozen head coming to life.
on a big giant Mickey Mouse fucking mech kind
What
of
was
thing.
Walt Disney's favorite ride? The Jungle Cruise and Pirates of the Caribbean are often cited as attraction, particularly enjoyed. But no, there's no way. Pirates of the Caribbean? There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
But I bet his favorite ride had something to do with a train.
Easy, bro. Fucking simmer, bro.
I'll tell you that.
Simmer down, man. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Just saying.
It involved a train.
Hey.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey, you set the pins up. I'm just knocking them down. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Moving on. Get me out of that conversation.
Oh fuck. If you don't know
Gotta
those,
concentrate.
if you don't know, yeah. If you don't
honestly,
understand
if you
those
don't
jokes.
know it, it's better that you don't. Oh
Fuck.
man,
Somebody,
it was Annie.
she put. Oh yeah. No, that's a deep cut joke.
Very deep cut. I'd say you'd have to be over the age of 25 to understand that joke.
It's a real long burner,
Slow burner.
slow burner.
There you go.
Fuck.
I mean, it's a good
joke?
joke, man.
It is.
Proud of that one.
We're gonna get in trouble for that if we do.
No.
make it. Dude, come on.
It was a good joke. There's people that say a lot worse shit on the internet.
I know,
than
but they also get demonetized for it.
than a joke like that. And also, it wasn't like a direct thing.
I understand that, but
Now, if I said like, you know,
say it.
no,
Say it, pussy.
No, I was gonna say
it,
something
say the
directly.
whole reference.
If I was gonna say something directly about those people in like in a derogatory way,
Clip it. That's
shit
right,
like
Eddie.
that.
Clip it. Send it to YouTube
That-
and tell them it's okay.
that would be bad. But me making a joke like that, it's just a joke.
Dude, speaking of stuff we got in trouble for, guys, that TikTok I put the other day, I just told Ryan about this. The TikTok I put the other day is like, let me get a bite of that puss. TikTok took the entire audio out. None of that
Rightfully
clip.
so.
Yeah, I mean, and genuinely, I understand.
I said,
but they took they didn't just like bleep the word pussy out of it.
Took the whole audio out.
7 times that we said it, but
Yeah.
they took the entire audio off that TikTok. So I had to take it down, bleep the word, and then put it back in, and it was completely fine. So I hope you guys can put context clues together and what we're actually saying.
I am gonna show you how I bleep on our videos because I find a way to.
It works differently on CapCut though.
Yeah, no,
because I know how to bleep on DaVinci.
Well, no, like because what I'm talking about is I cut the audio out enough to where you get a hint of the first bit of it, so you get like the
I bleep the whole. I bleep the whole word.
Yeah. So that way people still,
Yeah.
you're getting it. Because I took out the whole, I hated putting like the beep, like the actual censor.
Well,
because
because we also say not only that, but we used it a lot.
oh yeah,
You know, because
it's
we
funny.
Well, yeah, but
I
we
left-
also cuss so fucking much.
No, I try to get better about it, especially in the lives. But like we're really good about not doing it on the show, on the recording
recordings.
stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff where I can edit that out.
Yeah,
But where we're
on
live,
the live, it's fucking
gotta get-
free reign, baby.
I feel like we should be better.
We probably
I feel like
be
we
better.
should do better.
We should. And, I mean, in general, really.
Well, I mean, all the podcasts, they curse.
Yeah,
in
they
it.
cuss constantly.
So, you know what I mean?
I mean, well, Mark doesn't.
Well, Markiplier doesn't curse that much anyway anymore.
Well, even still,
He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's a good pickle.
I don't like pickles.
I don't know why. I don't like pickles either. I don't know why I use pickles as the reference.
He's a good
But-
sandwich. I like sandwiches.
Damn and cheese sandwich.
We've really wound down here. Probably gonna have to.
Well, because I was trying to think, like we got really anti-Semitic.
Yeah, now it's getting
no,
awkward.
we didn't get anti-Semitic. It
Now
was a
it's getting
joke.
awkward.
No, I think we're kind of getting to that point where we kind of starting to run out of things to talk about. To add to it, didn't you have something that you wanted to bring up in regards of a live show? Didn't we talk about the whole a new little content
Oh yeah.
of live
so
stuff,
I wanted
an
to start,
idea?
I kind of want to get Garrett. You're more than welcome to put your input here too. I kind of want to do this thing of like a
Once a month thing?
once a month thing of a video game book club. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
A book club, but video games, where like we pose a video game to download and play for that month, and then we talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, of course, it would be a lot better if we had people to join us and download the game and play it. Or if you've played the game before, just join in the conversation. But playing the game and then going and having that live stream once a month and playing the game, but also really talking about the game. You know what I mean?
Well, really, yeah, I guess they can download it. Like, I would say, because like we're still workshopping it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but I like the idea so much that.
So essentially, it would be like a once a month live stream where we sit down, we pick a game, and we play it. Rather you guys can just play it with us on the live, or download it yourself and play it too while we play it. You know, because like the whole thing of book clubs is that you guys get together and you read the book together,
right? But
you know,
but with being like video games, you kind of just like it's you
can download it and play it like by yourself and stuff like that too, or you can just sit there and watch the show and go through it with us, because essentially that's how it's done,
right? So basically, what I wanted to do is just do a live stream, an additional live stream once a month, and play a game, and really like criticize the game, talk about the game, and
like a more candid,
just a more open discussion about what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We can we'll keep workshopping it and see like what we can do.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but like I said, I want everybody's opinion. Garrett, what do you think, man?
Oh no, I love the idea. Honestly, you brought that up at a great time. If either of y'all are some big Elder Scrolls fan, the Oblivion remaster.
Oh my god,
dude, it's getting remastered.
Yes, I'm fucking so excited.
I figured you'd be excited.
Oh my god, I saw the news yesterday.
Dude.
I saw the news yesterday.
I meant to send you that because I saw a couple days ago. I saw like a thing of it.
For all you guys, I don't know if everybody knows this. I'm a big video game guy, big video game guy, and I keep up on my video game news. So like when new news hits, I have like 5 or 6 different apps that I go and stroll through most days to get my video game news. Game Rant, go through it constantly. Lad Bible, they do a lot of video game stuff. I go through a lot of stuff to get my game news. And when I saw that Oblivion was getting a remaster/remake.
It's better than them fucking remastering Skyrim for the 20th time.
That's what I said. I was in a conversation with, I think it was my brother, but I was like, dude, I don't care if they postpone Elder Scrolls 6. I don't care if they postpone Fallout 5. I don't care what they do. This game is going to be it for me because I fucking love Oblivion.
This is like a little bit, it's off topic, not off topic, but a thing like where I saw this thing where people were talking shit about the Switch 2 and how much it was, like being like what, $500 or something? $600, and then the new Donkey Kong game being like 80. But then but literally right underneath that, you got the PS5 Pro, which is $700-800.
Actually, I think I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah, with fucking The Last of Us 2 being remastered for the 6th fucking time, still selling it for $80
and this is why when we did talk about this last week, I was like, this is why we kind of have to forgive it for that, because the reason they're charging these prices, right, is because they are exclusive to that console, and you will never fucking play it on another console. Yeah. PlayStation will not give up Last of Us. They will never, ever give up Last of Us.
It's on Steam.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Well, but Microsoft associated thing,
but they will never. Microsoft
won't get it on the
Xbox until Steam and Microsoft make their own console. Which again,
but that's still the thing. You don't need a PlayStation to play The Last of Us or Spider-Man.
That's true.
You have
to wait a while. You have to wait a good while.
You have to have fucking a Switch to play.
Right. Which is why, again, I understand the complaints about it. They're not cheap, and I fully understand that. But at the same time,
it's still cheaper than a fucking PlayStation or
it wasn't until just this year that their PlayStation Pro actually played in 4K.
Yeah,
8K, which is still on the box.
Yeah, and the thing is,
on the PlayStation Pro, there's a fucking sticker on it that says it runs at 8K. Do we even make TVs that run at 8K?
Yeah. They're not
that
cheap.
Are less than $2,500 to $3,000.
They're not cheap by any fucking means. And the thing is, your eye can't even perceive 8K, so I don't even know why they do it.
Yeah, it's beyond hyper realistic. It's like looking at an actual thing in front of you. There's no way.
But yeah, and you got the Switch 2, which is one portable. Take it fucking anywhere.
I mean, $600, guys. I understand. $600 it's a big price tag.
It's portable. You can take it anywhere. Like, granted, you can just get a Steam Deck, If we're just gonna say it, you can just get a
if
Steam
we're gonna
Deck.
speak candidly, I think the Steam Deck is much better than the Switch. But
you don't get.
you don't get Mario. You don't get Donkey Kong.
Well, you don't get the new
you
stuff.
Won't get,
You can play,
won't
like,
get
older stuff.
Sonic. You won't get any of the new
Because
Nintendo
technically,
stuff.
you can run like Linux, and you can allegedly do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can.
But
Man.
you know, well, I say that because legal reasons and shit.
Yeah.
You can allegedly do
You can.
certain things.
You shouldn't.
You know, we don't condone doing any of those things on this channel or anything. But yeah, you can do shit to the Steam Deck. But yeah, but the Switch, if you just want to speak purely console, not like putting a Steam Deck
Yeah.
into it, it's a portable console that you can play AAA titles on anywhere you want that runs in 1080p, 120 hertz, and dock it for 4K, 120 hertz.
I mean, no.
And,
I mean, I fully get it.
Like, and you're getting like, you get big name titles. You don't just get Nintendo shit. Like, they put other games on there.
Yeah,
And
again,
then I'm speaking for like
okay.
them.
I was gonna say 'cause I
And
understand.
I know you understand.
I
I'm saying-
understand.
I have to say it like you don't because we're doing a show.
Yeah, sometimes
But-
I forget that we have a
No, you
camera in
do.
front of us.
You do.
Because when we start talking about video games, I'm a big video game guy. I get very passionate about it.
Yeah, we have to talk like as if we don't
Yeah.
both know what's
Yep.
already going on.
Yep.
But like you can take it anywhere. You can dock it. You got these new Nintendo games coming out because like, that's a new.
Yeah.
When was the last time we got this new Donkey Kong game? You know what I mean?
Pretty close to the release of the Switch.
And, like,
Donkey
but-
Kong.
well, I mean, like-
Tropical Freeze came out.
But I mean like 3D Donkey Kong game.
I don't think we've ever had a 3D Donkey Kong.
Donkey
game.
Kong 64.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's probably the last
Nintendo 64. Yeah.
last and only 3D Donkey Kong. Like 3D in the sense of like a 3D space, not
Yeah.
side scroller.
Yeah.
And
Not a 2-dimensional 3D game.
so it's brand new.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different mechanics of it. It's in like the same vein as Odyssey, and Odyssey was an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
So like this new game, and then Sony wants to sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, pay another $80 for the fourth, fifth, whatever
Because now,
remaster."
it's
of
an
a game
Unreal
that
Engine
you-
5 now.
that you guys have all fucking played 1,000 times over.
Yeah, and I bet you my left testicle is gonna get fucking Game of the Year again,
Probably.
and I'm gonna be pissed. I'm so sick and tired of remakes and remasters getting Game of the Year.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's the same thing. Like, I mean, don't like, and Bethesda and Xbox does it too with Microsoft with fucking
Bethesda's really
with Skyrim and shit.
Yeah, Bethesda has a huge problem with like addition. They don't do remakes or remasters; they do additions, which is a fancy way of saying we remastered this.
Bethesda, you're doing right by redoing Oblivion. Oblivion's not necessarily my game, but
but it's
You're
a complete remake, right? They're redoing the combat, they're redoing the visuals, they're redoing all of it.
redo. And I know it wasn't you guys directly, but get back in good stands with fucking Obsidian
Please.
and redo
Please.
New Vegas.
If this Oblivion
Yeah.
release, Bethesda, I know it's going to be a while, but I need you to. You are now actually partners by proxy with Obsidian. If this Oblivion remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, redone, does great, we need a new Fallout. New Vegas.
with Obsidian.
We need a new Fallout. New
Rather
Vegas.
give us New Vegas 2
redo it.
or remaster New Vegas.
Like I said, redo it like you're going to do Oblivion. If the Oblivion game does well and it's not Avowed, now we're fucking talking. Obsidian, I'm looking at you. Avowed sucked.
Yeah.
give us New Vegas, but with like Fallout 4 type, searching mechanics and like dialogue, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Give me lockpicking again.
I don't know.
God.
Fallout 4 dialogue was not all that.
That's why I download a mod. I download a mod to fix the dialogue because there's an old school dialogue thing that you can add via a mod that makes it so much better.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
It's that classic like scroll thing.
Oh, like
you can
you pick
scroll
it.
and pick your options instead of the
Yeah,
fucking.
dude.
That mod. If I'm playing with one mod, if I have to pick one mod to play with in Fallout 4, it's that.
I don't think I
that-
mind because the thing is, it's the same thing. You're just putting it in a list that you have to
Yeah,
go down, scroll down.
But
and click.
Yeah,
that's better for me.
With
I didn't
the
mind- I
D-pad
didn't-
options, for me
Yeah.
at least, I feel like I'm playing a Telltale Fallout instead of actually playing Fallout with that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're very off topic of that. Disney
What?
video games.
Disney
Never mind. Let's go back to Disney video games.
Disney Extreme Skate, baby.
Dude,
I
saw a clip of
don't
that.
get me started.
I saw a clip of that the other day, and I was like, man, this game was
I
incredible.
own it. I got it over there.
That game was so fun.
I was literally playing it like a week ago. Literally, like plugged it into this fucking tiny ass little TV we have.
the
right
old
here,
plug and play, baby.
and was playing it. But Disney video games. To get back onto Disney before we started ending it.
Oh, they did say actually that Disney Extreme Skate will be on the GameCube emulator for Switch too.
No shit.
Yeah,
Count me in.
we're getting Twilight Princess, Wind Waker.
Yeah, I know we're getting. Which I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of
I'm
pissed off
I'm pissed.
because here's the thing. They're giving us a port
Yeah,
of Wind Waker. Why don't just give us the HD remaster that you put on the fucking Wii U?
I don't know, dude, but I'm so mad about it.
That's so fucking stupid.
I'm so mad about it, man.
Like, I know we're getting back off of it, but you brought it up. That's so fucking stupid because the HD remaster for the Wii U looked awesome.
It was awesome.
It had it had shaders, it
Ray
had fucking,
tracing.
It had so much, ray tracing. It had so
I mean, as much
good
ray
shit.
tracing as you can do for that cartoony game.
Yeah. And for
But
a Nintendo console.
It looked fucking, the lighting alone, dude.
Well, no,
that
and
first castle, that first fucking castle when you go to save your sister,
Not
the
even-
lighting from the torches was so fucking good.
Not even that. Just whenever you first get into the fucking game, your sister wakes you up, and you're walking up the fucking mountain and shit. There's actual shadows from the sun
Yeah.
coming and hitting that mountain. But in the actual
None.
GameCube version and even this port, there's no shadows.
Yeah. I don't. They're cutting corners. That's really what they're doing.
Like,
But I can tell you, they're probably going to do. They have that port on the emulator, right? They're going to release.
Probably.
They're going to release a Wind Waker.
Because that's kind of like what they did with Mario 64.
Yeah.
Because with the Mario collection that I own that has like 64,
Like a lot of them.
Sunshine and Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can go to the emulator and play Mario 64. So it's like
I can.
now they look at the exact same.
All right,
but-
I don't want to keep talking. I'm going to get pissed off.
yeah.
Nintendo,
Stop it.
Disney's not really known for their video games. The standout one, of course, is Disney Extreme Skate. That
For
was
us, yeah.
that was the game
Well, you got
for
like
us.
Epic Mickey.
Yeah, there was Epic Mickey and with the ink dude and all that stuff. And
But
I
I guess-
never played that.
Okay, Shanks, you're already done. You're already done.
Now, another standout one would, of course, be Kingdom Hearts.
I was about to say that's the biggest
Kingdom
one.
Hearts franchise is notorious for having Final Fantasy, but also a
Disney.
lot of Disney characters. A lot of the villains in Kingdom Hearts are Disney characters.
Did they make?
Is Kingdom Hearts does count, Annie? Is Kingdom Hearts does count?
Does count.
Is count Disney?
It do count.
It count is Disney.
It count do
As Disney, it count.
count.
Dooku. My favorite Disney villain.
I mean, technically. Oh yeah, that's what we need
Darth
to get into.
Tyrannus.
It's finished this little game thing, and then just get into like the new age
we'll talk
shit.
about the new age stuff.
Aladdin
no.
on the Genesis.
What?
Aladdin for the Genesis.
Aladdin
That-
for the Genesis. That's another thing I was going to talk about.
Oh,
It's,
the Disney-
the
the-
original Disney roguelike games when you could play Aladdin, but if you died too many times, you had to restart the entire game.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they had the Lion King one.
Yeah, I was about
and-
to say Savannah's super into those.
Yeah,
two
she
games.
loves those games.
Yeah,
man.
no, those games are super good. Those were like the original, like fucking rage quit
Oh yeah.
fucking game.
Oh, because if you died too many times, dude, you had to. It didn't matter how far you got. There was no checkpointing.
Did they have
you-
passwords? Because old
Yeah,
games like
yeah.
that had passwords.
Yeah, you had passwords.
You had to put the
But if
password
you,
in. And
but
it
if
would
you
put you
weren't,
back.
but if you weren't a huge fucking pussy, then you would just raw dog the game and not put passwords in.
well,
Or if you're a child who don't know what those are, you also raw dog
yeah,
that
because
game.
Amen to that.
a
dude.
lot of those games they
Password for what?
they did like the passwords were the save points, so the checkpoints.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, us as kids playing those, we were just like, okay,
Yeah.
what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I did. So I've said several times already, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts. I don't know shit about Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I know like a little bit of stuff. But
I mean, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to touch it at all. All I'm going to say is it's a retelling of a lot of stuff. It's a retelling of Final Fantasy games. It's a retelling of Disney movies and Disney characters. And it's a retelling of a lot of shit. But they do incorporate Disney characters.
yeah, because like I got excited for, and people are gonna hate me for saying this. Like I got excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, but then I was mad that it was dog shit.
No, don't be. No,
Because-
nobody's gonna flame you for that. Kingdom Hearts 3 is just bad.
Well, yeah,
Because
I
it went
was
from 2
excited
because
for it.
Yeah,
because
Kingdom
of Toy
Hearts
Story.
2. Kingdom Hearts 2 was incredible. Kingdom Hearts
That's what I
1.
heard.
Kingdom Hearts 1 was a game. It's an okay game. But Kingdom Hearts 2 was an incredible game. Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't know. This cat.
Kingdom Hearts
bro.
3. Yeah, he's needy as shit. Kingdom Hearts 3 took a lot of the stuff from Kingdom Hearts 2 and scrapped it. So Kingdom Hearts 3 became a game that was just like, I'm gonna play it for the story.
Yeah, the only Kingdom Hearts game that I own is like what I've seen in the community, the worst, and it's Rechain of Memories.
Yeah, Rechain of Memories is objectively
the Game
worst.
Boy one.
Even the rhythm game is better than that.
But yeah, I've heard that's the
That's
absolute
the one.
hate.
That's the one with the cards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the card game.
It's the worst.
That's the one that people have said is the absolute fucking worst, and that's the only one I own.
It came from Game Boy.
Yep.
So I mean, it
You know-
plays like you were playing a Game Boy.
You know-
But if you're trying to play it on like a console, it's like no, because they
What-
released the combo editions, right? It came with like Kingdom Hearts 1 HD remake and Kingdom Hearts 2 HD remake, and the third one in that bundle was Rechain of Memories.
Well, it's kind of fucked around that time frame. Is a lot of I think a lot of games were trying to do this whole card thing because even Metal Gear came out with like a card
Yeah.
kind of game.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. I don't think it was. It was kind of card situated, but it was also like a a strategy game.
Yeah.
Like you had
Kingdom
to
Hearts naming convention for their games. There's a Kingdom Hearts game called 365 and a half days. And it's
that is
just
fucking stupid.
it's just a movie. It's not even a game.
Cool. Awesome.
Fucking why?
Don't know.
Oh
Don't know.
man.
But yeah, no, I don't really know. Didn't they make what's her name? The princess Cora? What's her fucking name?
Kyrie?
Kyrie. Isn't she a Disney princess? Didn't they
so
name her as a Disney princess?
She is if you
Because
really
she's married to fucking
all right.
Mickey.
No, she's not
Well, not
married,
married, but
no,
he's the king, and he.
So listen. This is what it is, right? So, yes.
She's Queen Disney.
Yes. No, she's a princess. Kyrie is the daughter of Mickey. Somehow. That is canon.
Minnie needs to have a conversation with
Something
homeboy.
happened. Something sinister has befallen the kingdom of Mickey. I don't know. I play the games because they're fun. I don't get too deep into the lore because I get fucking confused. But
Yeah,
all I can tell you is that Kyrie is the daughter of Mickey somehow.
Artificial insemination?
Officially weird.
Why don't you just fuck?
It's a mouse.
Mice have genitalia.
But do mice have semen?
They do make baby mice.
This is true.
How old is Mickey? He might be infertile now, bud.
Mickey's old as hell.
Mickey's hell is old. As we all know.
1801 old.
Mickey Mouse is 95 years old.
He's infertile as fuck.
Damn.
That my boy's, he ain't got nothing left in the chamber.
I mean, you say that, but he's still on screen doing like backflips and stuff.
That's his son.
Mouse Jr.
Michael Mouse Jr.
Michael now.
Michael Mouse Jr. No, dude. Yeah, apparently.
Oh my-
No, the fucking Great Value brand of Mickey Mouse is Ronald Rat or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Ronald Rat.
That's what we need to create a
Golly.
character, name him Ronald Rat.
Ronald Rat. No, it'd have to be Ricky Rat.
Ricky Rat.
No, yeah, but apparently Kyrie is
His name is Rat.
Mickey Mouse's daughter by I don't know. I
Step?
think it has something to do with like cosmic something in the game, and Kyrie is somehow Mickey's daughter. I guess I don't really know. If you care that much, call Brandon. He'd know better than I would. Hell, call Eric. I'm pretty sure he knows a lot more about those games than me and Brandon combined.
It's wild.
It is wild. It's a wild game.
Let's get off of that fucking
Yeah,
weird
let's talk about
hillbilly
Disney's
inbred shit.
the
and
Squidbillies.
let's get into like the new age stuff because that's something I do want to talk about.
Talk about Disney's acquisition,
owning Star Wars and owning Marvel.
Well, not only that, but they bought Fox
and shit like that. So the new age shit. So
and Nat Geo,
huh?
They bought National Geographic.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah,
yep.
And Animal Planet.
They're gonna buy the world.
Big moves, bro. They bought Hulu recently.
Yeah. So I get in my Disney Plus, I get free Hulu.
We have
I got ads, but
we have Netflix, Disney, and Hulu all in a bundle. So I'm pretty sure Disney's now partnered with Netflix.
Might just be yeah. I do know like Hulu is directly with Disney. Yeah. I know that. Maybe they just did like a
So
brand
Hulu
deal
is
with
a
Netflix.
subsidiary of Disney, where I think Netflix is a partner of Disney.
Yeah, they're just like partnering with them and shit. But no, I will say right off the get go, I'm not mad by really any of it.
What do you think was a bigger move for Disney? Acquiring Marvel, acquiring Fox, or acquiring Lucasfilms?
Fox and Marvel.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of it.
Did you see George Lucas's face when he signed over the rights
happy
to Star
about
Wars? Yeah, he was very beat.
That's why he's coming back to work with them, because he's like, Garrett? You guys fucked this shit up.
What'd you say, Garrett?
He looked defeated as hell.
Yeah, he looked. It was.
Well, yeah,
it was a dark day, man.
He just signed fucking.
Yeah. And what did they do with it? What did they do with it? We got fucking Force Awakens, bro.
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna start this argument of Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. There's obviously a Kylo Ren helmet behind me. I have Star Wars tattoos. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Force Awakens.
You guys wait till May.
Force Awakens was good.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was good.
If Finn would have been the Force sensitive one, then it would have been good.
Yeah, I don't think Rey is a great character.
I'm not saying it because Rey's a woman.
No. I mean, past all that.
Yeah, outside of that,
I think Finn was a far more interesting character. A clone, not a clone, but a trooper, an Imperial trooper, being a Force sensitive would have been much better a story than this twice removed, long lost daughter of whoever.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Of fucking Palpatine.
Of Palpatine, right? But I think Finn would have made a much better story.
Out of the three of those new movies, Force Awakens, I had much more of a good time with Force Awakens.
Out of
those
three,
go ahead.
I can do Force Awakens.
I don't. I mean, if I have to watch them, I will do Force Awakens. I think a lot of the bits in Rise of Skywalker were good.
There was things in Rise of Skywalker that I was like very excited about and liked to see. Yeah. I thought like it was dumb that the Emperor was back, but there is
it doesn't make any sense.
There is an EU thing where he like uploaded his consciousness and stuff like that or whatever.
I get it, but that doesn't mean you had to do it.
The one thing that I did like is that they brought the Knights of Ren in, because I was super excited to see the Knights of Ren.
Were cool.
Because they fucking flashed to him for like 2 seconds in Force Awakens, and I was like, "What the fuck are all these guys?" I thought they were sick.
Yeah.
I wish they would have got a little bit more time to be badasses. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's
they got their fucking fade ran
by Kylo Ren. Yeah. And
see, I love that scene. There's one thing that bothers me. Did they ever explain how they just teleported the lightsaber?
Nope.
Yep. Never.
Just
not once.
Teleported a fucking lightsaber.
Yep.
Don't understand it.
This is the continuity errors in all of those movies are just wild.
I don't know if did it just teleport? Maybe there is probably something online and we just don't know about it. I'm sure there is.
Sure, but if you're just watching the movie, you're just like, how the fuck did that lightsaber get there?
But you could argue that she flew, like she uses the force. She used the
force,
to
or you could also
all the way
say
there.
fucking
she Uber Eats the fucking thing.
You could
right
also
to him.
say Luke force ghosted a fucking lightsaber to her. You could fucking say all kinds of shit, but I mean, still,
I don't know. But
you could have said Kylo just had it in his back pocket. She took it out of his ass. Who knows, dude?
Had it between his butt cheeks. But no. Like, Force Awakens was great. There's some issues with it for sure. Blah 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 blah. It's basically A New Hope.
This is the worst bit for me was what they did with
Snoke.
Yeah, Emperor Snoke.
Fucking killed Snoke in the second movie. Like you did all this shit to make him seem like he's this new Darth Sidious,
and he gets fucking one shot.
Well, no,
he gets criticaled.
He gets killed, and then in the third movie, you find out he's a fucking clone.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say, did you see the new clip of the Snoke that they have coming out soon?
No.
They have a new Snoke coming.
I don't fucking. I don't know. Like, and so like,
I've lost all faith in anything that's not Star Wars shows.
J.J. Abrams did a decent job with The Force Awakens.
Sure.
Because the thing is, for the time, so it's been years. Because what, Episode 3 came out in what, 2004, 2005?
Mm-hmm.
So it had been, and then Force Awakens came out in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been 10 years.
I get it.
Well, 10 years or so since we've had a Star Wars movie. So Force Awakens was sick. Kylo Ren coming in out of fucking nowhere, his lightsaber looked sick.
I mean,
like,
yes.
And
but
like the fact that he
all
stopped.
in all, the fucking Anakin movies were so much better than all of them.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying I want to talk about like how Force Awakens, like how it caught, a lot of people. Well, caught me particularly. Like with Kylo Ren, like when Poe shot at him and he stopped the fucking bolt, like midair, and just held it there while he had a whole ass conversation with him, and then just let it send after he got done with him. Like I thought it was so fucking, because we've not ever seen that in Star Wars.
I didn't
like
know
at least
they
in
could do
live
that.
action. Like he just stops the bolt, then he has this whole like mind probing thing where he just gets inside your head and shit, and like I thought he was super,
I mean, he's a strong force wielder, but
yeah, and but then where I think is bullshit is that Rey just beat him. Like the fuck?
yeah. Is what that.
Like
This also comes down to like bad writing, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just bad writing. That's why those movies are fucking terrible. Is because the way they write Rey, the way they write Finn, the way they write Poe, the way they write Kylo, it's just all fucking bad. And it's not in the name of them being bad actors. Adam Driver, I think, is an incredible
He's
actor.
an amazing actor.
I think all of them are good actors in their own right. But the thing is when good actors have bad writing, those actors get shit for it. But they didn't fucking do it. They're just doing what they're told, man. Those movies are fucking bad because that writing team is fucking bad.
That's why go ahead, Garrett.
There's a perfect clip of that. I don't even know which movie it was. I want to say it was the third one, where the jet troopers came out and Poe's like, "They fly now." They literally had an interview where the actor for Finn was like, "They literally had it in the Clone Wars."
Yeah, and that's really what it comes down to. It's just bad writing, bro. And which is why if Lucas actually does come back and start writing for Star Wars again, that we're gonna have good movies again. Because right now, every offshoot Star Wars movie, the Solo movie was incredible.
I know, right?
I loved it.
Rogue One was great.
Rogue One was awesome. And then like the shows, Mandalorian.
I was about to say the shows are great.
Mandalorian gave us Pedro Pascal, and look at him now.
Yeah.
I mean, the fucking Obi-Wan.
He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He actually
gives a fuck, dude. Who gives a fuck, bro? I saw that clip.
Yeah, he was in Buffy.
Yeah, he was in Buffy.
But
the later episodes of Obi-Wan were good.
Obi-Wan was great.
I think Obi-Wan as a whole was good.
Yeah,
I love
the
seeing
fact that he was using his lightsaber as a baseball bat kind of killed it for me.
Oh yeah,
that's just adaptation, baby. You gotta swing for the trenches, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take us. You guys can keep conversation. I have to piss like a motherfucker right now. This tea, this unbranded tea, is killing me right now.
Have you? Has the Darth Vader one came out yet?
No.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
They just talked about it. They haven't really like set in stone about it.
Yeah, I want to see Hayden Christensen back in the Darth Vader.
I just want to see Darth Vader shit, because like the thing I'll say before I go pee is like with the Obi-Wan show, the fact that they like showed some dark shit with Darth Vader, like when he just like slaughtered those people because the thing is like you read any like the comics or like the EU stuff like that,
dude, it's dark.
Darth Vader is very dark. Because here's the thing: we've seen so much shit of Darth Vader, but we don't like. They talk so much about how he's the strongest.
You
Sith.
really get a taste of how dark he can be in the trilogy, with him killing the students, him devastating
you get like a hint
Mace
of that.
Windu.
But like in the EU, there's a comic. This main one that you can like see is he got surrounded by a bunch of rebel soldiers and shit like that. He's like, "Oh, we got you surrounded or whatever." He's like, "The only thing I'm surrounded is by dead men." Yeah. And then he slaughtered an entire platoon of fucking rebel soldiers and shit like that. And like the fact that he's like, "All I see is dead men." Yeah. I was like,
this guy's a fucking this guy's a trooper. This guy's
just
incredible.
Just slaughters everybody.
But the thing is, Star Wars is very notorious for like writing off their good characters in bad ways. The way Luke killed Darth Vader in the original movies, I thought was absolute bullshit. Because it always is like the underdog thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Luke just learned how to wield a saber. Luke just learned how to wield the Force, and he's just gonna straight run the fate of Darth Vader, who had been doing it for the 20 some odd years. That fucking, I mean, even longer. You know, I mean, he's like, what? He'd have to be like 40 something by the time that Luke could even fight him.
He was 44.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. So like 44 years of like, I mean, because he was young in the the first movie, and
yeah,
because his metachlorians were fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure Luke has like half of what Vader and Anakin had.
Yeah,
and he just mopped the floor with.
Yeah, beat his ass. And it's like, I mean, I can understand where like, to a certain extent, like Vader's like, yeah, this is my kid. I'm gonna take it. I don't want to kill him, but I mean, he full on cut his fucking arm off. You know what I'm saying? And,
I mean, to be fair on that one, that's just kind of like a Skywalker tradition.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I mean, true to the family name, everyone loses an arm, right?
Oh yeah.
No, but like it just doesn't. It didn't make any sense to me. It's just like, it's always that underdog thing. It's like they did the same thing with Rey, you know, or like even him and Windu when Anakin fought Windu. It's like Windu is a master Jedi. And Anakin's just beating his ass like that? Well, you could draw that fight out, bro.
Well, he caught him off. I mean, to be fair, I just came into that.
He did
caught
catch him off guard, but you could still. We could have got a far better action scene with the purple white lightsaber wielding motherfucker.
Canonically, and this is confirmed, he's still alive.
Windu?
Yep.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
You want to know the story to that? Because it's the same fucking story of how he got his lightsaber purple. He literally
wanted to come back.
Not even that. It's not necessarily that he wanted to come back. He was talking to George Lucas. He's like, Jedis jump from very high places all the time and survive. And then George was like, yeah, you're right. And that's it. He was just like, yeah, he just made a point. And George was like, yeah, you're still alive then. The same thing with him wanting a lightsaber. He wanted to point himself out. So Samuel Jackson got what Samuel Jackson wanted.
He's like, I'm the only black Jedi. I should have a lightsaber that stands out. And this is when like they really started getting into the kyber crystal talk.
Also, his lightsaber said "bad motherfucker" on it. That's a true story too.
Yeah. But that's where the kyber crystal thing really came into play, is because they had to explain why his lightsaber was purple.
Well,
because kyber crystals react to their
force,
force, right?
No. So the different colors of lightsabers was like a reflection of like different like skill sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know Obi-Wan's was blue because he's more of a defensive fighter.
But and the purple, because the thing is with Mace Windu is that he does tap into the dark side of the Force a little bit.
Yeah, because he's a gray knight technically.
Yeah. And he's not gray. He's not a gray Jedi or anything. Because gray Jedis are basically like those nomad kind of guys. That's why
I've seen a lot of people saying Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, and some of the other like Jedi Council were technically gray Jedis.
So Qui-Gon was along the lines of like a gray Jedi in the sense. But
what, Garrett?
Qui-Gon was definitely a gray Jedi.
He did not fuck with the Council's decisions a lot.
And a lot of the times with like gray Jedis were associated with the white lightsabers. That's why Ahsoka had white lightsabers.
Yeah.
Or why she has white lightsabers.
Right.
Is because she's a gray Jedi, somebody that,
I love seeing that representation though, dude.
Believes in like,
balance
the good stuff and everything, but also understands that there has to be bad.
It's the balance of the Force versus like it's not good or bad, it's gray. You know what I mean?
What was I saying? And something like before I went out there to go pee, you said something about like the way like Darth Vader like died. I think with the way that Darth Vader died was perfectly fine to me because of the sense that like because Luke didn't kill him. He got himself killed from Luke started whooping his ass for sure. But Luke also is a very powerful Jedi, and also it is that father son thing.
But not nearly as powerful as Vader.
But
not at all.
No. But like what killed him was obviously the Emperor electrocuting him.
Well,
it made his shit fell.
Yeah.
And all that, and also him taking his. I feel like he probably would have survived if he had left his fucking helmet on. You know what I mean?
Well, no. Not only that, the Emperor purposely made Vader's suit so much more susceptible to his lightning.
That was the thing. He made that suit, so
Yeah.
he put him in that suit because he knows for a fact that if he was not in that kind of suit, one, it did help him, but he made the suit shitty and had like faults in it because the Emperor knows that Darth Vader would whoop his ass.
I hate the way they made him so strong.
Who?
Palpatine.
Yeah, he's very strong. Not as strong as Darth Vader though.
The way he dogged my boy Kit Fisto pissed me off.
That scene, like where they just like it was just like, no, dead.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
come on, these are Jedi masters.
Like,
you're gonna fucking do them like that,
like,
dude?
You gave us I know this happened before, but you gave us this amazing fight scene, and like you didn't
Yoda.
have at the end. One, he fights Yoda right after that, but like the end fight scene, you didn't have to make it as long, but you still could have did our boys well.
Yeah, dude. The way they did Kit Fisto pissed me off. What's up?
The reason it was so short, they had a long choreographed thought out fight scene for that. The actor for Palpatine didn't want to do a stunt double, and he couldn't move fast enough to keep up with it.
Oh yeah, I think I did see some of that. There was a fucking fight at the beginning of that movie too. There was a fight scene. There was so much more to the fight scene with Count Dooku and Anakin at the beginning of the movie, where Anakin
and Dooku just gets his fucking shit.
There's
rocked.
a lot of sick stuff, and like,
Anakin did Obi-Wan and Anakin's fight with Dooku in Clone Wars was good.
Oh yeah, but there was cut out scenes from the fight in Episode 3 where Anakin does like this thing where he like his arm is like caught with like Dooku, and he like drops the saber and catches it. Like he does this whole thing where he throws it and catches it in his other hand and all this other stuff.
Gets cut.
No, it didn't
get cut.
No, he like dropped the saber, caught it in another hand, and then came back around and started fighting like that and shit. Like kind of like how Bucky does in Winter Soldier, where he like drops his knife and catches it with his other hand and shit. But it was such a sick
switch
fight.
Up the southpaw.
Yeah, like I think he dropped it because Dooku was about to cut the hand that was stuck. He moves his hand, then catches it again. And that's when the part where he like takes his hands off and whatnot starts up.
But yeah, so Disney owning Star Wars, they fucked it. They kind of fucked it. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a good acquisition, but they did fuck it.
But so this is
Acolyte though. They did good on those fights.
I've heard the fights are awesome, but I heard that everything else is bad.
Because once again, woke. So we'll leave it at that.
Not even the woke.
But they fucked it up. Well, the reason why it fucks up too is because now with like those being like these force sensitive witches, and now they can just impregnate each other with midichlorians and shit like that. Now it makes Anakin pointless.
Yeah.
His whole thing of being, and granted, I'm talking out of somebody, and before anybody that knows the show or anybody that watches this later on that really knows Acolyte and everything, I'm watching out of somebody that's just getting cliff notes because I refuse to watch it. So I'm speaking, quote unquote, arrogantly of somebody that has not watched the show fully. I heard the fights were super good. I saw a little bit of the fights. They do look awesome. But it basically rendered Anakin pointless because he was like
wrote him off basically
because the whole thing with Anakin was the whole thing of like,
but the Acolytes takes place long before
but still the whole thing of Anakin is that it was like immaculate misconception, you know what I mean, of he is putting it in that realm of things, he is the chosen one, shit like that, like he was supposed to be here to do
you were supposed to save,
bring balance to the Force,
not destroy it.
Leave it in darkness. You think darkness is your ally?
I was born in it. Why do we do that? No. So,
but
Disney's acquisition of Marvel.
But so that's how I was going to how I was going to put them into each other.
Somehow's right.
Jon Favreau, he's the one directing the shows. And he is saving Star Wars a little. He's keeping Star Wars a little bit alive with those TV shows. But Jon Favreau also is the director of Iron Man. The first Iron Man that came out, well, all three of the Iron Mans, but the Iron Man that came out in 2008 that kickstarted the MCU.
Well, Happy Hogan.
Yeah. Jon Favreau, if you don't know who Jon Favreau is, Happy Hogan, in the Iron Man movies.
Stark's assistant.
That is Jon Favreau. That is the man that you want to thank for keeping for Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and all that shit.
But more importantly, Iron Man.
But basically kickstarting the MCU. If it was not for Jon Favreau directing that movie, we have that man to thank for Star Wars still being alive and bringing us the MCU. Because no matter what climate the MCU is in, the MCU is still fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Still love the MCU. I'm a huge fan of it.
Few misses, but all in all, great shit.
But Disney obtaining Marvel, I am not mad at it by the slightest.
Not either. Because they're bringing a unification that we needed. You know what I mean? They bought Fox with
I'll say
owning Marvel and then buying Fox so we can have actual X-Men content is awesome.
Because the thing is, Disney buying Marvel and starting up the MCU back in 2008, they've made all these huge characters that we all, like a lot of us comic book nerds, like grew up loving and being a part of, into household names. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because the Spider-Man movies and the X-Men movies, like they were good. They gave those characters justice and shit like that, especially Wolverine.
The Daredevil movie was good.
And
I loved it. It was okay. I mean, I'm going to go to bat for the Daredevil movie. For the time, it was good. Bullseye was kind of dog shit, but for the time, the way they wrote Kingpin,
I'm going to have to show you some scenes of that movie, and you tell me if it's still good.
For the time, in 2000, what the fuck early, it was good.
I don't know, because there's some scenes, like the scenes when they're out on the playground and shit like that, fighting each other with him and Elektra.
Yeah, those were weird. The fucking raindrop. I have was it Echo Vision. I didn't like that, but I mean
that's how he sees. But he's a bat. Basically.
Yeah. Whatever.
He uses echolocation.
But the thing is like at the same time, it's like.
But
for the time it came out, I thought it was fucking good.
The Spider-Man movies, especially
the original Ghost Rider.
I liked those movies. The second one was dog shit.
The Nicolas Cage ones, I think, were fun.
The second one was dog shit. It's like all right to watch, but the
Spirit
first
of
one,
Vengeance.
Yeah.
It was okay.
But you didn't even get fucking Vengeance in it.
No,
we had whatever his name, Albra or whatever. The guy that plays.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, but I don't remember.
The black guy that plays Heimdall.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, he played Vengeance, which is another Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even fucking show him. And Vengeance looks cool because like Vengeance still has like a skull, but he has this more elongated skull. He has like spikes actually coming out of his skull, like bone spikes and shit. Looks super sick.
Doesn't Ghost Rider get his powers from Mephisto?
Yeah, because he's the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because he makes a deal with the devil and shit like that or whatever.
Let's see more of that. Let's get a new Ghost Rider and actually like have a Mephisto
we got
story.
a little bit. We got Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, but that was in Shield. Shield didn't become canon until like
it was
season
canon
6.
the whole time. Because they made references to the Avengers movies all the time.
Did they?
Yeah, it was canon the whole time. It was like
Tahiti.
Shield was canon. Now the Daredevil, Punisher, those shows, Jessica Jones, those were
they just got canon.
Those were like very like they're teetering on it.
Well,
you know
they confirmed that they are canon now.
They're canon now.
But then this is where I thought Shield wasn't.
It.
Yeah, this is where I thought Shield wasn't canon for a while because they were retconning it, and because if Shield was canon, then we should have seen Quake a few times. Robbie Reyes should have already been in at least a movie.
No, because they just used them as side characters. You know what I mean? They didn't want them to be mainline people, and obviously they
Quake was in Agents of Shield from the first fucking episode.
Yeah, but a TV show, but they don't want to put him in a movie.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Well, they might now.
He wasn't but he wasn't that big of a character to like, bring in, and like they want to bring Ghost Rider in, but they want to bring Johnny Blaze. You know what I mean? Like the actual main Ghost Rider.
Let's get Nicolas Cage as you Johnny Blaze again.
But
you know what, Robbie Reyes, dude.
Robbie Reyes is cool, but
I like his car. His car is sick.
But I'd rather Johnny Blaze because I prefer the classic motorcycle riding.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? But everything that Disney has been doing with it, like there is a couple misses and shit, and they've done their Disney
Marvel.
And Marvel has. Miss Marvel was all right.
No, not Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I did not like that movie.
And Marvel has done their fair share of, political woke shit or whatever. And those movies are the ones I'm talking about that kind of get a little bit bad. But the thing is, I mean, 10 years of amazing movies. You know what I mean? Besides, I'm like, what? because Captain Marvel was like the one movie before Endgame, well, Infinity War and Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ant-Man wasn't that great either.
I didn't mind Ant-Man. I liked both of the movies. I thought they were fun. They were fun to watch.
What I wish about Ant-Man was that we actually got Hank Pym and not what's his name?
We don't. Oh,
like the original Ant-Man was Hank Pym, and I kind of wish Hank Pym was the Ant-Man.
I like what they did.
I don't mind it. I mean, of course, I love
Paul
Rudd, but I'd kind of wish it was like a little more true to the comics, where Hank Pym developed a Pym particle and made the Ant-Man and became Ant-Man instead.
He did. What are you talking about? They show that in the movies, like little bits. Like you don't see him because obviously he's older. So they show him being, but they do show him being the Ant-Man.
Right, I understand that, but I wanted Hank Pym to be
the main thing.
I wanted Hank Pym to be Ant-Man.
That's fair. I don't know. I liked what they did, and I mean,
I don't even remember his name. What's his name?
Fucking
Paul Rudd's character.
Oh,
Garrett, do you know?
Scott
Lang.
Scott Lang, that's right.
I
like how they wrote in The Wasp. Also, I love Evangeline Lilly.
Oh, the actress that played the Wasp.
Yeah, she played in Lost. It was a good show. Anyways, no, I like The Wasp. I like how they wrote in The Wasp, and she was Hank Pym's daughter. I mean, it made sense. It's not actually how it went, but it made sense.
But no, I think everything that came out. I mean, all 3 Iron Man movies were great.
Iron Man 2 sucked.
Iron Man 2 wasn't the greatest out of the 3, but it was still. There were some certain things I didn't like about it. I didn't like the fake fall fucking 10 rings.
I was like, get fucked, because that fucking Mandarin, the way they wrote Mandarin was stupid.
Because like the 10 rings, because the 10 rings, if you don't like, the 10 rings is like Tony Stark's like nemesis fucking group, because the Mandarin is his nemesis,
his big villain, yeah.
So they kind of did fuck it with that, but they made up for it in Shang-Chi, because they actually started showing.
I understand.
Like the actual Mandarin,
but brother,
it was still the fucking 10 rings were still wrong, because the 10 rings were actual, basically kind of like they were actual rings that you wore, and they worked like Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
So they still did it wrong.
It doesn't. This is why I think the second one is one of the worst MCU movies. There are worse ones, but I think Iron Man 2.
What, with Whiplash?
Yeah.
The guy with the fucking electric shit. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest.
Stupid.
I like the third one a lot. Like they did do the Mandarin wrong, but I did the way that, I'll say, even though it was a fake Mandarin, the way until like we found out, it was still set up really cool. Iron
Man 3, aside from it
was
being
a ride.
Iron Man 3, aside from it being fake Mandarin, I loved the amount of suits. The suit showcase was awesome.
Well,
but in Iron Man 2, Whiplash and like Mickey Rourke doing a shitty Russian accent the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch that. It's fucking stupid.
What I like about the third one is
board. I need the board. Shut up.
Talking about
also, actually, them casting that guy for Justin Hammer was awesome. I love the actor for Justin Hammer.
I do like that actor, but he did a great job of making me hate that fucking dude.
Yeah, Justin Hammer is a fucking tool, bro.
Because like that's my thing. Because that actor understood the assignment.
Oh yeah,
be a fucking douche.
Oh yeah,
and tell you what, he was a fucking
Justin,
douche.
FYI, that pilot lived that.
That was funny. But like I never, like, besides the movie Lovely Bones, that movie, well, no, because that wasn't him. It was a different actor.
Oh.
But I was saying a character that I just fucking hate. Because like I hated the guy in Lovely, because obviously that movie was fucking sad as shit.
Yeah.
But like I fucking hated Justin Hammer in that movie.
Justin Hammer fucking sucked.
I was like,
that dance? Oh.
That actor, he can dance.
He can dance, bro.
Yeah.
If you want another good movie with him in it, Mr. Right.
That's a good movie. That is a good movie.
But yeah, no, Justin Hammer,
But the writing for Justin
fucking hated
but
him
the
so
writing,
much.
The writing for Justin Hammer was
The
awesome.
writing was good, and the actor did a hell of a fucking
Yeah.
job. I don't know
but
his name, but
they absolutely flipped when they did the way they wrote for Justin Hammer and then the way they wrote for Whiplash. I was like,
but what I really liked about that movie too is bringing War Machine into it.
yeah, and the switch from the roads, you know.
Yeah, and I love how they did it. They did it so where he came in and Don Cheadle was like, "It's me. I'm here. Deal with it." That
Yeah.
was 100% directed to the audience.
Yep.
100%. I like how they're like,
His first
"Just deal with
it was his first line in the movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first
He's like,
thing he
it's
said.
me. I'm here. Deal with it.
Yeah,
and and we were just like, all
All right. Yeah. No,
I didn't like the other guy anyways.
I like that other actor. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that he
I
would have
don't
been
know.
a bad
Have
roadie.
you seen his new clips? Where he thinks all mathematics are wrong.
He's an insane feller, but not a bad actor. You know what I mean?
Just look at that fucking movie, The Hustle. What that movie he did? Hustle
don't
and
know.
Flow.
The movie that I think of a lot, even though he didn't have a huge role
It's
into
hard
it,
out here being a pimp, bro.
but is Four Brothers. He played like a cop in there.
Oh yeah,
Love Four
Brothers is
Brothers.
a great movie, man.
Amazing movie.
What? Terrence Howard, that's what his name
Terrence
is.
Howard.
But yeah, I liked Don Cheadle as fucking roadie.
Don Cheadle I don't know him from many movies other than like Ocean's 11, 12, and 13.
Yeah,
But
he
then
wasn't
him
like
and-
too super.
Yeah, no, but
weirdly,
as soon as he hit the MCU,
well,
oh
that's
brother,
everybody honestly.
that's hit the MCU is just, dude, where have you been, man?
But-
what a great actor to portray War Machine.
But yeah, no, them bringing in War Machine was sick. Like he looked awesome because he looked like straight out the comic. You know what I mean? And
Not only that, but dude, I want to see Iron Patriot. The Iron Patriot, I want to see so bad.
we got Iron Patriot.
Don Cheadle plays in a
And-
Kendrick Lamar video.
Did
he
he?
does, yeah.
In Iron Man 3, he became the Iron Patriot.
Really?
Yeah,
Red, white, and blue, and all,
yeah.
and the shield.
Not the shield, because I don't think he ever had
That
the
ain't no
shield.
damn Iron Patriot, then, dog.
I don't think he ever had the shield.
He did.
But-
In like certain timelines, not Henry Osborn, but Norman Osborn is the Iron Patriot.
Yeah, he became something along those lines, I think, from what I remember. But Iron Man 3, what I really liked about it, I liked the way that they did it of like at the beginning of the movie, like the narration kind of thing of like Tony narrating like what was going on.
Yeah.
What was that, just like an artist rendition or like
No,
Did
it's
he-
Marvel. Yeah, it's Marvel right there.
like I was like did he have it in the comics?
Yeah, he had it in the comics, yeah. But I mean, he hasn't. Of course, he doesn't have it in the movies. But I want him to have
that
Cap's
right
shield.
there. Yeah, that's the Iron Patriot.
Yeah, but
in
I
the
want him
movie.
to have fucking Cap shield, man.
But
Maybe that's what they're gonna do with Sam. Put him in an Iron Man. Give him Cap shield.
possibly. But what was I saying? With the third Iron Man movie, with the narration and everything, I did, even though it was a fake Mandarin, I liked the way that he did it. How he's like, "You'll never see me coming," like that thing.
Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
Iron
Like,
Patriot.
I thought that was super sick. But what I liked too, like what funny while we were talking about anxiety, I liked that they brought Tony into like this real person thing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and like gave
well,
him
because he is. He's just a
and,
dude.
and like gave him. Well, yeah, but he has this bravado.
He's a dude with dead parents and a lot of money.
He's
One
just-
of the well-known facts of becoming a superhero.
He has this like bravado of being like this tough guy. Well, not tough guy, but like this confident
Egotistical,
dude,
yeah,
and
arrogant.
everything. And then you give him anxiety,
He's
PTSD,
a
and shit.
billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Yeah. And so it was cool giving him anxiety. And like it, so for me personally too, seeing Tony Stark with anxiety, I'm like,
Each one of us.
You know what I think is a miss currently?
What?
I like that they casted him for it, but I think it's going to be an absolute miss. Him playing Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
we'll see.
They said it's a new timeline where Tony Stark is Doom. And
They did
not,
that
and not actual Victor Von Doom.
that is a timeline in a comic book.
I understand that.
They switch bodies.
I'm gonna fucking punch somebody in the goddamn head if we get a
Who are we
Tony
gonna
Stark.
see as Iron
If we get a
Man in
Victor
this?
Von Doom that's gonna be Iron Man, and a fucking Tony Stark that's gonna be Victor Von Doom,
It happened.
I'm gonna fucking riot in the streets.
It happened in the comics.
It might be cool actually.
They
Dude,
swap
if
bodies
they get
because in this
Nicolas Cage
timeline.
to be Iron Man,
What'd you say?
If they get Nicolas Cage to be Iron Man.
No, because in that timeline, they went to college together. Victor was doing some shady shit. Swapped bodies.
Instead of Reed Richards, it was Tony Stark.
Yeah, they went to high school. They went to college.
Then what
together.
the fuck happened to Reed?
I don't know. They didn't really talk about it much in that timeline. But he was doing some shady shit, swapped bodies, and that way he got all of Tony's like money and success and shit like that. He ended up building like this whole empire of it and everything. While Tony he woke up in Victor's body and like was in wherever fucking faraway land that he's from and shit like that, and created their own thing. And Iron Man became
from Latvia.
Yeah, and Iron Man, I think, essentially became... Did Iron Man be a bad guy? Yeah, Iron Man was kind of a bad guy in it, and Victor was, good bad guy. I don't know. It's a weird timeline.
I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but I'm interested to see how they write this new Fantastic Four movie. I mean, because the thing looks good.
Who knows? It might even be out of the main timeline. Like, it is out of the main timeline because it's obviously set. It's set back. Timeline. It's set in like the 60s or whatever.
Yeah, they said it's a new timeline, and I was like, again.
But yeah,
it's just getting hard to keep up with. I'm gonna be real with you.
What's gonna be weird is how you're gonna get them into the main line.
Yeah,
shit.
well, with the TVA, and we're going through the past again. What's gonna happen when we actually finish all of this, multiverse shit?
Well, hopefully soon this multiverse shit's gonna.
Because
stop.
I'm so sick of it.
Use the multiverse as an excuse to bring these other people
Let's
in
get some
if you want.
Fucking uniformity, man.
But it's stop. Let's leave it alone. You know what I mean?
I feel like we could do a lot more with Asgard. There's a lot of villains in Asgard I think I want to see, but I mean,
Asgard's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is in this timeline. Currently, it is gone.
Yeah, excellent.
But there's a lot of like Fin Fang Foom. Why have we not seen a Fin Fang Foom?
Bill or whatever the fuck his name is.
No. Fin Fang Foom.
No, I know. But Beta
Ray
Bill.
I would love to see Beta Ray Bill. I would love to see Beta Ray Bill.
We see a reference to him on Scar.
Love
or
and Thunder.
No, on Ragnarok.
No, you're right. Yeah, Ragnarok.
Right.
Yeah, when they go to Scar, you see him up on the thing.
tower. Yeah, you see Beta Ray Bill. But again, what he has Stormbringer currently. Stormbreaker. And Beta Ray Bill uses Stormbreaker, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I think there's so much shit, but yeah, basically.
Beta Ray Bill, for anybody who doesn't know, Beta Ray Bill is a rat-faced bastard that inherits the powers of Thor.
Well, yeah, in a couple comics, he beats the shit out of Thor.
Yeah, he's a strong motherfucker.
But
you wait until we get Franklin Richards, a.k.a. God.
Yeah, dude literally created little mini universes for fun.
Literally Dr. Manhattan from DC.
Dude, he is a very, very powerful cosmic person.
Fucking
so
wild.
I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that, and I don't know if I heard anything, but maybe that she is pregnant in this Fantastic Four movie.
Oh my god!
Which it's like
there's no
you
shot.
need to calm down,
dude. There's no shot. They're starting to do DC shit where they're introducing all of their most powerful fucking people.
Well, yeah, because fucking in the Thunderbolts, they're Sentry.
Yeah.
But Sentry is a very powerful character,
motherfucking strong as shit.
And so how are you gonna have the Thunderbolts be? That's where I'm very interested into how this is gonna go. How are you gonna have the Thunderbolts, couple super soldiers and Elena, beat fucking Sentry?
Isn't there a comic where Sentry got bit by just a random ass zombie and ended up infecting a whole other universe?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, probably the
what if
Marvel zombie shit. But yeah, I was saying, everything has been super great up until Endgame. Then everything that came out after Endgame has been kind of hit or miss. The Spider-Mans have been great because Far From Home was good. I really liked Far From Home. No Way Home was fucking awesome.
I loved seeing Mysterio.
Yeah.
Because that's one of those Spider-Man villains you don't get to see very often.
Besides in Spider-Man 2, the video game, and yet he has you fucking web swing all the way to the Statue of Liberty, and it's fucking annoying.
It's the worst mission I've heard.
Love that game, though.
I see some Squirrel Girl in some movies.
I'm sure we'll get a reference to her.
I'm trying to see that team that he puts together with Cloak and Dagger and Squirrel Girl, Iron Fist.
Defenders?
Yeah. No, not the Defenders. The
I don't fucking know.
I don't remember what it was called.
East Coast Avengers or something like that?
I think it's something like that, yeah.
I don't think it is the East Coast Avengers,
But they also had the Blob.
He's an X-Men character.
Yeah. Well, Squirrel Girl is tied in with the X-Men and Spider-Man.
You see Speedball.
Speedball.
That's a fucking
That's a
low
pull.
end
That's a pull.
fucking Spider-Man villain. But what was I saying?
Trying to see more Shocker instead of was that No Way or Far From Home? That
Homecoming.
Shocker? Homecoming. Trying to see better Shocker than that.
I was so excited when they showed that, and
and then they
slightly hinted Scorpion because Matt Gargan was the guy on the boat and shit like that.
Then No Way Home, you see Reptile again. He's like, I can fix you.
Huh?
Don't you see Reptile again in No Way Home?
Reptile.
Yeah.
Who
The
fuck's
big
Reptile?
fucking lizard from Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
you
that's
do.
a note. You say No Way Home? Or
Yeah.
You said it.
No Way Home.
Oh yeah, No Way Home. Yeah.
When
Like-
he locks up Electro and he's like, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah, because you get the villains from Amazing Spider-Man
You get Amazing Spider-Man
and the Tobey
and
movies.
the Tobey movies. You got Sandman, Doc Ock, you have
Green Goblin.
Electro, and you have that fight, dude. Oh my god.
I'm glad
that
you
fight.
brought that up.
That fight is incredible.
Hit us with it.
So Iron Man is the first, the start of the MCU, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After No Way Home, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is.
Say ends.
No, because of No Way Home, technically the first Tobey Maguire
the first
Spider-Man
MCU movie would be the
is
Tobey
the
Maguire
first
movie.
MCU movie.
It wouldn't be.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be Iron Man anymore.
Yep. Because of that.
Do you think that they thought of that? Do you think that they thought of
Well,
that?
because it's like they're not going to actually follow it, but technically, you know what I mean? Because technically, you can sit there and argue and say that the first X-Men movie is now the first MCU movie because it came out in '99 or '98.
Yeah, but they didn't tie it in with the MCU timeline.
But they own Fox now.
Yeah, but
And Wolverine is a thing, and they actually did talk about it because
They
in
did.
Deadpool and Wolverine, he mentions
yeah.
that Logan,
I just
and
I
that
just
Logan
remembered, yeah.
is from that
Yep,
fucking thing.
Yep.
So technically, yep. But yeah. So I do want to get to Deadpool and Wolverine for a second. I know we're not talking strictly Marvel,
we should wind down after that though.
But yeah. Overall, like I said, Marvel. I mean, Disney owning Marvel, amazing thing. I'm not mad about it. Quite happy. Quite okay with everything that they've been putting out. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a little hits and misses there.
I really got to catch up on it though.
But everything that's great. I mean, because the only thing.
I like the young characters we're getting now, like from Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, well, because
show.
they're gonna build the Young Avengers.
Yeah, I'm
know.
excited to see the young Avengers.
Because you got Spider-Man, you got fucking what the fuck is her? You got Elena, and then
I don't remember her
what's the
name.
Hawkeye?
Something Knight.
No, like the girl's name,
Yeah,
like her actual name.
I don't remember her name.
I don't know, but you got Elena.
She's a great actress though.
Well, yeah, I was talking about her character's name, but you have Elena, you have her, you have Miss Marvel. She's a part of the Young
I mean,
Avengers.
they could bring back Cloak and Dagger. I know that show flopped, but they could bring it back. The
Maybe
Dark Force Dimension.
maybe they'll bring in Nova from the Nova Corps. That would be a fucking big stretch.
That would be
Especially
crazy.
because the Nova Corps got destroyed. Like that planet got
Yeah.
destroyed because of Thanos.
Nova Prime.
Um,
If they bring Nova, that would be wild.
it'd be cool.
They could tie in Quill as Nova actually, because he's on Earth now. Peter Quill. At the end of the third one, he lives with his grandpa again.
Yeah, but I don't. He wouldn't become Nova because he's not Nova.
No, he's not Nova, but we don't know who Nova is, so he could be Nova. And there's some timelines where Quill is just a Nova, like a what do they call their soldiers on Nova Prime? I don't
Nova
remember.
soldiers?
I don't know, but he does become Nova.
I don't know enough too much about it. But yeah, they're set.
I mean, we kind of ruined Asgardians of the Galaxy, bro. I mean,
yeah, with Guardians, with Love and Thunder.
Yeah, Love and
'Cause they
Thunder.
did leave
Love
that.
and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy both ruined the opportunity to have as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and then the thing is, not everybody else. Like, well, Dave Bautista particularly said that he won't
because
come
James
back.
Gunn is not
Yeah,
directing anymore, so we won't have Bautista as Drax.
and
But
then
also,
I think
Vin Diesel said he was done with Groot.
Well, I don't think it'd be hard to copy that. So,
But it's not.
also, all you have to do, I mean, I'm sure
It would be a voice changer because he doesn't use any of that post processing stuff to get the voice for Groot.
Yeah, he probably there's a little bit. You know what I mean?
From what I've read, I don't think there is. If there is, it's very minuscule.
Well, I'm gonna say as somebody that has fucked with that shit, there's a little bit because you're gonna have to. You have to do a little bit.
Who says they have to hire anybody? They could just copy and paste I Am Groot from an old movie.
They would have to pay him royalties,
him,
and they have to pay him a lot.
But the thing is, they could do it.
They could do it.
So it's like, hey, man, you don't have to come in and do anything else.
Unless
we'll
they
just
had
take
him,
shit.
unless they had him sign some documentation that they own the rights to his voice, then they would have to pay him.
You can't own the right
mean,
to
it's
somebody's
Disney.
voice.
You would think.
Nah, you can't do the voice. Not until somebody like passes and everything. Like, because the thing is using their likeness. And even their voice.
that's true. Yeah.
So you can't. And then the thing is, there's even after like they pass, there's still like a bunch of stuff like that they had to sign. Because like when they did like Grand Moff Tarkin and
That's right.
Rogue One and shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's right. It's a trap.
But but yeah, I think to end it off and everything, Disney owning Marvel, great, perfect. I think everything that they're doing, because I think what I was gonna say, Deadpool and Wolverine. I think I've said this too in the Marvel episode or the two
we
Marvel
even
episodes that we
said it
did.
earlier.
Like Deadpool and Wolverine saved a lot of shit. Because I think that Marvel.
Yeah, a lot of shit. The Loki show fucked up.
No, Loki was good.
Loki was good.
Show.
No, Loki was good. But the
I'm
way they're
saying-
doing the TVA and the multiple timeline shit, I think Deadpool and Wolverine kind of fixed that shit.
What I like that Deadpool and Wolverine did is one, it called Disney out of like, hey, we need to calm the fuck down with this multiverse shit. Like they just straight up called them out. Two, it's the first R-rated MCU movie. So it proved to Disney that you can make a R-rated MCU movie.
I want to know what the ultimatum was behind that. I bet you Disney was like, if this movie flops, we're going to sue you. I bet you Ryan Reynolds put his stakes in Mint Mobile as like collateral. It's like, I will give you guys full rights to Mint Mobile if this movie flops.
He's very passionate about those movies. But
He also knows his audience.
yeah,
That's one thing about Ryan Reynolds, dude. When he puts out a movie, he knows who's going to enjoy it and who's not.
but that movie saved the MCU. Because like I said, it called out all that shit, proved to them that you can make an R-rated MCU movie and it work like really well. And and just did a bunch of shit. It got them away. I think it's going to get them it got them away from like just mass producing these Marvel movies.
It also
You know what I
gave
mean?
Chris Evans the chance to not be a babyface turd.
Oh yeah, it'd be Cap all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it gave the pioneers, of the Marvel show movies, like Wesley Snipes as Blade, and Elektra, or what's the actress's name? Something Garden, or
I don't.
Gardner.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Gardner, and then
It's Garner, like my Savannah's
Yeah.
maiden name.
I
I just doxed my wife.
and then finally fucking gave Channing Tatum
Gambit.
which was amazing.
It was good.
Fucking such a great Gambit.
Yeah, I want to see more of that.
He's still alive, so he's gonna.
They're all still alive.
Well, I think Blade and Elektra might be dead. That is what they kind of like hinted at, but he's still kicking and everything because they had like an end credit scene, another end credit scene or a deleted scene.
Didn't X-23? She's still alive too, right?
X-23 is still alive, but I think. Well, I don't know. They could be.
I was
I don't
gonna
know.
say I didn't see
But
them
X-23
die.
is definitely still alive. Because the thing is,
I guess
you
they
could
could
get,
have hinted at it. Yeah,
you could get so much content out of using what's her name as X-23 and get so much content with X-23.
Well,
so it's like,
Gambit.
well, I'm saying because
They could also-
she's still so young. Because
They
she's
could
only like
also-
21 years old.
Stop kicking me, damn. You could also reintroduce Blade.
What are they going to with what's his fuck? Like
are they?
they're making another Blade movie.
Oh,
That's
really?
why in Deadpool and Wolverine, whenever Wesley Snipes says like there's only gonna ever be one Blade, Deadpool looks at the camera because he's like, because he knows that there's another Blade coming out at some point.
Yeah.
It's gotten canceled. Well, not canceled, but I think it's canceled.
Pushed back.
It's been pushed back or something like that. I don't remember. But
Probably because Wesley Snipes like, I want to play Blade. he got ripped for that role though, man.
for what, Blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got back in shape for that crap. That's crazy. That's an old man, dude. He's like in his 60s now, I think.
But yeah, Marvel, keep doing what you're doing with Disney. Keep doing what you're doing with Marvel. Marvel, keep doing. Kevin Feige, all y'all. I know you're not watching.
People who are doing the things keep doing the things.
But I love everything that they're doing. I think it's been great. I'm excited to watch the new Captain America. They introduce Adamantium into it. That was like a scene.
Adamantium?
Yeah, you make Wolverine, the stuff that quotes.
Oh, adamantium.
Antimantium.
Antimantium. The other stuff.
Yeah.
The one Cloak is made out of.
The one that's not
Dagger.
vibrate. The
Which
one
one's
that's not.
Cloak? Which one's Cloak and which one's Dagger?
Cloak is the guy that's a fucking cloak, the black guy. And Dagger's the
woman. The woman. Okay.
But
My ears are cooking.
I know, I feel you. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I think it's great. Yeah, we're this has been one of our longest podcasts that we've done in a while. We're usually doing like 2.5 hours.
Last week was 3 hours.
This is almost 3.5.
That's right.
So we're gonna be 3.5.
You can't shut the hell up.
Well, yeah, we got talking about a lot of stuff.
It's a great podcast. You just let the caller stay on as a guest.
Yes, sir.
Why not?
Yeah, no, since it.
Yeah, sometimes I kind of. I'm
That's
gonna be real with
you.
you.
Know what? You're right, Garrett. This is the best fucking podcast, and you should share it with all your friends and let them know that if you call in now at 1-800, that you can sit here and be on the show and hang out with us.
That's a long phone number.
What?
1-800. You can call your friends and have them come on the show. That's a long ass number, bro.
It's all of that. But no, you can call it. Like because I want people to get it. Because the whole thing of why we do this live is for this right now. Is that Garrett's been sitting in here hanging out with us. Yes, Garrett is a personal friend, but he's sitting in here hanging out with us because he's also not only a personal friend but an enjoyer of the show. He's came in here multiple times. This is the third time that you've been on the show.
As far as I know.
Second, I've actually been on. I've bugged you by calling you so many times.
Yeah, there's a couple times that he's called during the show, and I talked to him on the fucking phone, like, and then I hang up, and then he calls me again, and shit.
Yeah. Resident fact checker.
But the second time that he's officially like been on it and everything. But yeah, no, you guys can do that too. Not only like you don't have to just be a personal friend. We can start up a thing. That's what we should do. Start up a thing where you can actually,
if you're interested in calling in, you can hit us up on Discord, type in the chat, let us know you want to talk.
Do like a Patreon thing or something like that. Because I don't definitely not giving out my phone number. You know what I mean? Because like we could have you call. Maybe I can give out like a text now phone number.
I have an extra phone. We can just slap on
like a text now number.
Text now or something.
Whatever.
Pop a SIM card and a landline. We can do it official.
Yeah.
SIM card and a landline. Oh, that's wild.
Dude, they got them.
They do got them.
That's so wild. I didn't know that.
Because AT&T still does landline shit.
But they put SIM cards and landlines?
No. Not that I remember. I don't think it was a SIM card.
Yeah, they got them now.
That's fucking wild.
Sounds stupid.
But yeah, no. Well, you can put SIM cards in a fucking camera. We did that shit. We get those as +1s. That way it gives it connectability and shit like that. Because it's basically like a tablet. It's
phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I don't care.
You
this
can get
much.
Garrett and I talking about it.
I don't
We
care
know
this
what we're
much.
talking about. Garrett knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do that shit all the time to get +1s out of it. But yeah, no, we do this in the show. You guys can phone in. We can still kind of figure that out and ways to come in. It was great. Oh yeah, Annie on there. This is the first time that Annie's been on, like actually talking on the show. I think.
She didn't get stage fright like she said she was.
Yeah, we bullied her into coming back.
Don't have to show your face, dude. You just got to talk to us.
Whoa. What'd you say?
Get a Google number.
Could get a Google number. Yeah, just get some fake fucking number and have people call. But yeah, we find ways to get people in. That's why we do it live, is to get interactions with you guys. Because like we were doing it when we started off, it was just all audio shit, and we're like, that's gay. And so let's do it live. Fuck it, let's do it live.
Fuck it, dude, send it.
And have you ever seen that clip?
Yeah,
that dude on the news. But
it's so funny. Fuck it, let's do it live.
That way you guys can come in and be a part of it, share your points of views with us and be a part of the conversations. Because like, not only is this like an entertainment thing, but like
it did block you typing a number. I saw it over there.
Did she type a number?
Oh no, I blocked her. Oh no,
it blocked it all together.
Yeah, it blocked it all together. It didn't even show up on the other chat.
There we go. I got a number.
Garrett.
Empire.
Today. If you know, you know, guys.
You should have put the phone number.
1-800-588.
No, there's a
2300.
There's a phone number for the Fallout show when it came out, and if you called it, it was just some guy screaming into the microphone.
Oh, you should have put the God of War number on there.
Oh yeah,
you remember that?
Or there's a fucking phone number that you call, that info commercial of having black people talk shit to you.
Oh yeah,
that one. Yes.
That one was fucking the shit talking one.
Oh yeah, dude.
2.
444
But we do. We want to make this like a big community thing. It still goes into, like I've said, I'm going to continue to say it, and we're still working on like the finer details of it, of you guys submitting your art, your music, everything else. I thought somebody was knocking on the door, but your art, your music, and everything else like that to be shared on here. Because like for the people that are new coming into the show and watching it, we do have like a 5 to 10 minute pre-show where you guys can submit your music, submit your art, and we'll show it right off there and give you guys a shout out right at the beginning of the show. We're still working that out. There is over there.
Okay, that was straight up my nipple.
All the way over there. There underneath his left hand is the Sweet Nostalgia Cash App. We are making like a PayPal kind of thing too to obviously pay that. Right now, until I get the actual form done, you can submit your stuff through there. It's like $3 to submit your art or your music. We'll play it. If you submit your music, we'll play it one time. I'm still kind of working everything out. So until I get it worked out, we're just going to do a general fee of $3. You can submit it there, and then obviously with the notes, put in a link to that, to your art, to your music, or put your email in there, and I will email you off of the Sweet Nostalgia email, get your art, and we'll put it there. So this is official announcement of that, kind of like half official announcement. If you want to submit your music or art to us to play in the pre-show, the Sweet Nostalgia Cash App right down there.
And you're really good at talking in circles.
Well, you gotta just reiterate it. Submit it there, and that's when we'll go from that. Next to that is Creative Sanctuary, ran by Jen Hines. She's been on the show before on the Dreams podcast. She makes what it says in the title: Creative Sanctuary, a place where people can go, a sanctuary for people can go and be and create.
She's also an incredible artist.
Go over there, support her. She'll be in there. Go support her personally and her personal endeavors, but also help her get Creative Sanctuary back up on its feet.
The crafty woman.
And also next to that is the Sweet Nostalgia Instagram. You can go over there for all the a lot of updates. We do a lot of updates over there. Not only with like the show, like what the next show is going to be, also just fun stuff that we decide to post here and there, reels, shorts, all that shit. And then next to that is the Sweet Nostalgia TikTok. We got that stuff over there. Come be a part of that. I know TikTok's really huge. If you're not an Instagram person, TikTok is more your style. Go over there, give it some love. But TikTok's been doing pretty well. We got one that like hit 5709. Yeah, 5,700 views.
I know, because I look at it every goddamn day.
Which was insane. I thought it was so cool that it got 5,000 views. That was, to me, it was insane. Like 200 likes. I know it's not that much, but to us, it's fucking huge.
5,710.
Yeah, like 202 likes or something like that.
208.
Damn, 208. Bunch of likes though over there. So yeah, go give that some love. Go give all that some love. Once again, $3. Submit your music, your art. Just include rather a link to it or your email to where I can get the link from you. And then that way we can put it on the next show. We do this show, if you're also new, do the show every week, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So come there, hang out. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. That way you get notified every time that we go live. You can come in and be it. We also do gaming content on here as well. That's been doing well. Appreciate you guys.
We play a lot of old games and a lot of racing games.
Apparently.
Racing, golf, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we do some stuff. And like old, like we just play games that are nostalgic to us, but also like suggestions from other people.
Yep, if you guys have any game suggestions, you let us know. For
the low price of $3, what did she say? You can feed a child in need.
That child being James's diabetes.
Cue Arms and Arms of the Angel song. And the arms of the angel. God, that song will make you cry.
A little Sarah McLachlan for the boys.
McLachlan. Anything else? Oh yeah, we do the gaming stuff. We are coming out, like trying to come out with other content, some more IRL stuff. We're just kind of in the works. Just kind of getting there, waiting for the weather to be better because I mean the weather's still shit over here in Indiana.
It's like 45 degrees still.
Yeah, so we're still working on it, kind of getting that stuff, still balling a bunch of ideas and stuff.
Yeah, and then the video game book club, book club, but with video games.
Yeah, we'll come up with a good title for it.
Yeah,
that might be it. Video game, like book club,
but video games. I like that actually. If you guys are interested in book club, but with video games. Let us know.
Yeah, and the thing is to let us know on a bunch of stuff. Obviously, comment on stuff.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm very excited. I love talking video games. I love criticizing video games. I love shit-talking video games a lot. I like enjoying video games, but also shit-talking the video games I like enjoying, you know?
Hey, there's a niche for it everywhere. I'm still waiting for the clip. Annie, help me. Oh, yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that was a good clip. The one you yelling.
Oh yeah, we were playing Repo. Yeah.
We'll get that
Annie,
out there.
help!
I'll get that out there. I still have it on my computer.
I've told him we need to ship those, man. They're pretty funny.
I'll get some clips for him and start putting them out, and then you guys can let us know if you want to see like an actual playthrough or something like that. Like us playing it. Yeah. You know, I think that'd be fun. Even though it's not a nostalgic game, but it'll be fun to play because I do love that game.
I'm gonna say fun is fun, dude.
But. What was I gonna say?
Let us know if we should rebrand.
Man, I don't know about rebrand. I've been fucking working on Sweet Nostalgia since 2016, 2017. So I don't know about the whole rebranding.
Yeah, but now you got a guy who takes it just as seriously as you do. You're welcome.
I've been working on this whole thing for a long time. You just
started with me.
I didn't fucking know you.
2017.
2016.
I moved here in 2017.
I still didn't know you. I said 2016.
Yeah, that's fair.
I started my first episode in my tiny ass first apartment on my iPhone 8 Plus, not 8 Plus, 7 Plus.
Hell yeah.
Pretty cool.
Recording it on fucking iMovie. I put a blank canvas on iMovie and then hit record for the audio and did it over that. I still have it.
And it's butt.
Oh, it's ass. It's absolute ass. But who
was on there?
Alex and Brandon.
Well, there you go. Couple of butt fuckers.
But what was I gonna say? But yeah, go show that some love. If you haven't subscribed already, please do.
Show what love?
The other content. I haven't ate since this morning.
It's always something with you, man. I haven't slept. I haven't ate.
Dude, I'm always hurting myself.
I haven't pissed in a few hours.
No, I
can't breathe.
I ate when I woke up at 3. 4. And it is what time now? 10.
Almost 10:30.
So it's been a long time since I've ate.
Get fucked.
So
take better care of yourself.
The moment we get done with this, I'm going to feel so malnourished. Because I don't feel it until we're done.
Oh, yeah.
While we're doing this...
Just don't turn it off.
Yeah, just don't turn it off. We're going all night, boys. 24-hour stream.
I'm getting tired, obviously, without the food and shit like that. But I don't ever feel it until we're done, and then it just hits me like a fucking rock.
We still got to talk about what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah. But Yeah, go show the other content some love and everything. If you, like I said, if you're not already subscribed, please do. It takes like 2 seconds. It will remind you that we're live.
It would make us feel really good about ourselves.
It'll-
if you learn one thing about me and Ryan, we're attention deprived. So subscribing will fill that. I could probably get off antidepressants if you guys subscribe to our
Damn.
channel.
If you want James to get off antidepressants, subscribe now.
I could probably lose this insulin dependency if you guys hit us with a
If you
subscribe.
subscribe right now, you will cure
the
James's diabetes. 100%.
That's a lot of weight on your shoulders.
And a lot of weight on his knees, so help him out. So help him out.
Every day with you.
So help a brother
Fucking
out.
son of a bitch.
So help a brother out.
God, what's the worst part about it? You're so fucking quick with it.
I'm quick with it. I'm funny like that.
You're the reason I take antidepressants. A constant reminder of how fucking fat I am, dude.
How fucking funny I am.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna pat myself in the back. I've lost 100 pounds since last year.
No. I'll say like genuinely and candidly, since it's on camera, because it doesn't exist unless if it's on camera. Apparently, is like no, like because how as long as I've known you, you know, because like when I first knew you, you're pretty skinny, and then you got
I got comfortable.
yeah, you got comfortable in life,
Yeah.
and everything. You got married.
Yeah.
That's kind of what marriage does to you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got sick, and then
A lot of things did happen to make
But-
me a little more overweight, but then.
But
I
now-
mean, because at my biggest it was 380 pounds, and I'm down to 290.
yeah, you've lost a lot of weight. No, and as a buddy and as your friend, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? Not only for like
All right, no chick flick
you,
moments.
for you, and also for your health. You know what I mean? Because like I don't need a third dead friend. You know what I mean?
Mm.
3 strikes, you're kind of out. You know what I mean? So
I don't want to be that third dead friend.
yeah. So and I don't want it. So
That's good to hear.
stop eating cookies.
I don't, dude. I can't help it. They just kind of try.
They just kind of fall in my mouth.
Show it in the gullet.
It's not my fault that cookies end up in my mouth. They make my mouth dry, so I drink
Chocolate milk.
chocolate milk to make up for it.
You know, in 1 quart of chocolate milk, I read this. We got donuts the other day. I had a donut and a little quart of chocolate milk. 41 carbs in a little quart of chocolate milk.
Jesus
I'm
fuck.
allowed 60 in a meal, guys. 60 carbs in
That's
one
a
meal.
whole meal
And that's
for
a
you.
whole. That's dinner. That's dinner. That's crazy, bro. Pay attention to what you guys consume.
You fucking drink that, you're gonna be dunner. You know what I mean? You fucking Dunyan rings,
Dunner
man.
and fuck.
Extra cooked.
Extra insulated.
Keep you warm
Yep.
in the winter months. You know what I mean?
It's getting hot outside, man. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I already wear hoodies all year round.
But thank you guys for coming and hanging out and being a part of
I
it.
don't need to be more hot.
We'll see you in the next one. Garrett, thank you once
I also
again for
don't like sweating that much.
coming and hanging out, brother. We appreciate
You
you
ever
being.
get that weird sweat in the middle of your
Oh,
back?
always.
Huh?
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
got it earlier whenever my fucking anxiety kicked in, and now
Thanks for coming, guys.
because I'm hungry as fuck.
Garrett, thanks for joining us for the past hour and a half. It was
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Pleasure to be here.
Let us know if you can show up again another time. Or if anybody out there wants to.
You know, Garrett, we'll have to get you like physically here sometime. and We'll do like an actual show.
Yeah, I've
Get you
never
in.
seen your face. I have seen your face. I've seen a lot more of you than you probably think I have.
I definitely showed him that picture that you sent me.
Hell yeah.
Fucking God, that was a great picture. It wasn't like a nude or anything.
He's a
but
good looking guy.
Fuck God, that this is a contact photo for
He's a
sure.
good-looking
Every time he
dude.
calls me, that's what pops up.
That's a good
What
contact.
I love too.
That's what you want out of a contact photo, though.
Oh, yeah.
Them
Oh, yeah.
Either
yours
either
is
like
you sleeping with my cat.
that's just cute.
Yep. But
It's
no,
literally a picture of, like, I was laying down on my bed and his cat comes up and like gets all up in me. He's a needy motherfucker.
fuck.
And he like lays down next to my head, and in my sleep I wrap both of my arms around him and fully like blanket the cat.
But what I was gonna say about that picture that you sent me, Garrett, I don't think that you realized that it was a live photo. So like I held it, and it's like you kind of put like so what it was, just to put it out there. It was like a photo. Can I say? Is it all right?
Yeah, I don't
okay.
care.
Okay, it's like a photo of him. Like I think we were talking about something along those lines, but he like kind of pulls his shirt down and like presses his tits up together and everything.
So
And
good.
Garrett has a nice, luscious of hair and beard and everything is like that. So it's just this bearded man pushing his hairy tits together.
He's a good-looking guy.
And but then also it's a live photo. So if you press and hold it, live photos have audio. So you hear all of us playing Repo. Like I think you can hear somebody screaming, I'm talking like Garrett or something like that. And then I think Garrett, you go like, yeah, or something like that. So
yeah,
all of that in like one fucking photo of you pressing your tits together.
It
is the best
it's a
photo.
Wild experience.
I love it when people don't realize that they're doing a live photo because you get just a behind the scenes.
Dude, I don't know how to turn that shit off.
It's that little arrow at the top of the thing. You can press it, and then you got like the circles and shit. You can turn it off.
I just leave it on. I don't take pictures. I take screenshots.
But yeah,
dude, we're gonna sit here and go through my camera roll. You got to see the absolute mess that's going on in there.
Yeah, mine has a bunch too.
It's fucking wild in that camera roll. All right, we got to get out.
We got to get out of here.
I got to piss so bad.
I got to eat.
Thank you for
before
coming.
I die.
Let us know what you think about Video Game Book Club. Let us know other games you guys want us to play. Like, subscribe, send it to your friends. Hugs and kisses.
Don't eat lettuce because it has a coli in it.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Garrett, you got anything you want to say to the people? You got a message?
Okay, thanks. We'll see you guys
Come
next
back.
All right, that was Garrett from AT&T. We will see you all in the next show. Thank you guys for coming. And he says, okay, toodaloo. He's going to the loo because he has to pee.
I am going to the loo.
British humor. Bye-bye. Fuck off.